Presented in partnership with Barra Brava Brewing. This is Lumpen FC.
Welcome back. You're listening to WLPNLP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. And as usual, my name is Adrian.
I'm Jamie, Jay.
And I'm Sebastian.
And we have our special guest tonight, Nicole Hack, is with us once again.
Hi,
Welcome,
everybody.
Nicole. Welcome, Nicole.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you for coming back. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
We have a lot to cover. MLS makes a change. They decided to change the calendar up, which I think it's great. I know a lot of people in Chicago may not like it because it is cold, but we'll figure that out. On top of that, we are going to be talking about women's soccer. We're going to be talking about the Chicago House. We'll also be talking about WOSA. Chicago WOSA. Well, we're going to be talking about EPL. We're going to be talking about why VAR is still not so great. And I'm sure our Liverpool fan here is going to have something to say about that.
Yeah.
The way he's spinning that
I'm going to say it was a
there.
goal. I'm going to say it was a goal. I say it's a goal. The Van
And
Dijk's
I'm
goal
gonna-
was a goal.
And I'll continue to say that it has nothing to do with VAR.
It has nothing to
Go
do
ahead.
with VAR. So we got plenty to talk about. As usual, Barra Brava is a proud sponsor of Lumpen FC. You can find Barra Brava products currently at Mars in Bridgeport, Life on Mars in Logan Square, and at The Barrel in Pilsen. If you'd like to get in contact with us while we are on air, you can actually go on Twitch and follow us at Lumpen TV. And we will be on, and you can ask any questions or make any comments that you'd like on Twitch at the time. We get to those as soon as we can. You can also hit us up at lumpenradiofc at gmail.com.
That's right.
Follow us on
Email box is full.
boxes are right that we haven't checked. You can follow us on Instagram as well at Barra Brava Brewing Co. As well as the BPF or 3160 Firm 3160 Firm on Instagram. Do you have anything that you'd like to plug following wise?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chicago
Spill it
House AC is at Chicago_AC on Instagram and all the things. My personal is at Nick Hack, NIKHAK. And then I think we'll be chatting Chicago Women's Soccer, which is at Chicago WOSO, Chicago WOSO, especially on Instagram.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So you can hit us up on any of those. X, what was X again? I don't do the X. We're gonna hit those.
Lumpen FC on Gmail. I mean, Lumpen FC radio. Lumpen FC radio.
Lumpen FC Radio.
Yeah, she said X.
on
I just kind of went blank. I was like, X. Oh, yeah, Twitter. I can't. But every time I say X, I think like a guy jumping around.
Twitter,
It's just-
right? Twitter, yeah.
Yeah,
It's Lumpen
yeah.
FC.
I'm a
And
little-
we hope to
keep
start
tweeting.
a Lumpen FC Instagram that you can follow us on. There's so much to follow us on Instagram. That way, it'll be easier for us to actually say the things that we want to say without having to have corporate overlords listening to us and watching everything we have to say. With that said, let's get started with the Chicago House. How has it gone for the Chicago House this season? Or how did it go for the season?
Yeah. So the men's and women's first team, the seasons ended in June and August. And the men's team finished second in the Midwest Premier League, the first division.
I saw that, yeah.
One of our players, Kiki's, was the Golden Boot winner.
Awesome.
And then Nico Williams was in the top 5 of the goal scorers in the Midwest Premier League in our division.
That's fantastic.
So super fun. And then the women's team finished third. This is their second year. And they improved greatly from our first season. And we had one of our players, Skylar. She's now playing in Portugal. She won.
Nice.
Do you know where in Portugal?
I don't know the name of the team. I could pull it up. But she won Player of the Year in our WPSL conference, too. And she played at DePaul. So she just graduated from DePaul. And yeah, now she's playing overseas, center back, a baller,
Fantastic.
super good person. She actually did play with my women's pickup group a few times, which her skill far exceeds most of our play. But she
Ooh.
came and chilled and had a fun time. And yeah, she's a good player and a good person, and really excited for her.
Fantastic.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. That's really good. So now we're looking at the Midwest Premier League being what tier would it be if there were tiers in the United States? Would that be?
Soon to
I mean,
be,
it's not.
right?
It's not. That's not a pub. That's not pub league, right? That's not. It's fourth, right, or third?
Sure, I guess, right? We have MLS,
Right.
USL, and
We-
USL has a few tiers.
We think.
Well, yeah, they play because Chicago House they play like Edgewater, and they play like the FC Uniteds, right?
Yeah.
The isn't there another Chicago team? I know Lakeview has a team. I thought.
There's a lot of
Lakeview's
in
in a
Midwest Premier
lower.
League, yeah.
They're the lower? Okay.
Lower than Midwest Premier League, and Edgewater was actually this past season. House was in Division 1 of the Midwest Premier League in our conference, and then Edgewater was in the
Right.
second one. So within our division of the Midwest Premier League, there is Pro Rel.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was noticing that. So that's the part of Project 2030 for the Midwest Premier League. So I did notice that they did start promotion relegation, which I think is fantastic. And I know that USL is looking to go that way. From what I read, and then this is just me, going down the rabbit hole of soccer, of U.S. soccer, it puts. I want to say it puts Chicago House like in the fourth tier, the fourth section, because USL you're kind of just looking at, in my opinion, well that's one, it's
Yeah.
they have their own thing, and unless it all gets put together, then that's just USL. With the women's program and the men's program, now there is also a futsal program.
Yeah. So that
Correct.
is a futsal program
yeah.
going down.
Yes.
And how big is that program?
In terms of
Wendy's.
number of teams.
Yeah, because I haven't seen like an actual futsal program.
Yeah, so it's semi-pro, and it's the men had their first 2 matches this past weekend, and the women start at the end of the month. And I don't know the exact number of teams in each division, but it's a handful or so. Yeah, the women, off the top of my head, is maybe like 5 teams, and then the men's might be a little bit more than that.
That's good. And
Yeah.
what is the league that the futsal? Because I couldn't find like the actual league. Now, with that said, I'm surprised that futsal in the United States it hasn't caught on as much as I thought originally it would. And maybe it's just one of those things that's just not presented as much on TV or so forth. But it seems like a very, very American structure. Short, fast-paced, quick passing, quick goals. Plenty of ambiance to it.
Well, I remember the futsal academy that opened up like all the way on what was that on Clark?
Well,
Do you remember? Did you play there? Did you ever
Oh,
play there?
really
remember
far
that?
north.
Yeah, really far
Yeah.
north. I remember we played that when that first got started, and that was great.
You
but
can tell we're Southsiders, really far north.
yeah, it was up there. I mean, even when I lived in Logan Square, I remember that was still like a 20-minute drive to get to that location. I mean, it was fun, but I mean, for me, futsal in the knees is just ridiculous. So, I mean, at my age, I can only believe. But like,
It's
I
not
think
for our
that's.
age
I mean, I
group.
know there's plenty of people play futsal like in some parks and like because I remember my boy Sandro, they were always playing in certain gyms and whatnot. And we were playing in UIC for a while. So, I mean, I can only imagine all the talent in Chicago that the futsal team would probably be pretty good.
now I know for the Chicago Fire, they have. Are they futsal courts or are they just outdoor soccer courts?
Oh, the concrete ones?
The concrete ones, yeah.
Yeah, I guess those are considered futsal
Okay.
for
So
young
that's the
people that don't
size,
have
the
any
proper
joint
size.
problems.
Right. Yeah. The people that should be
Right.
playing.
Yes.
Futsal.
right.
But I do agree with you that I grew up the first team I ever supported was the Chicago Power, so we're in the early 90s, and I've always been surprised that indoor soccer or futsal is not better supported in the
Yeah.
U.S. just because it's like quicker, faster, there's higher
Yeah.
scoring. Everybody's like, well, soccer's not higher scoring, but
Yeah,
Right?
for a while there was that what was it called, the street league,
Yeah.
and they would actually just play like in parking lots, and it was a structured league, but they would play in parking lots and stuff like that. It was a lot of fun to watch, but it remained pretty underground for a while, and then it just disappeared, of course, because there wasn't any funding.
You know, it's weird because in my club days, I mean, even when I moved back here in Jersey, we played futsal. Even in Iowa, at certain times, we went to the certain gyms, we did play, and even in college, they did have it. It just wasn't huge. It wasn't a big deal, but like there were tournaments. It was like, you know, it's just, I don't know, just not as popular.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, we did in like springtime. There was always a tournament in Grandview that we always went up and played in like every summer. And then but there was always, I don't know, certain club teams knew about it, I guess. Yeah. If your club team was down to do stuff like that in the wintertime, if they weren't shut down, you know what I'm saying? But but still never like really, I guess it's not really a big deal in the U.S., I guess.
Yeah, I think it just never grabbed traction. I don't know why, because it seems like very, you know, American fandom associated. You could even play it like in the winters. You know, it's cold outside. I get it, but you can play it on a basketball court, and it's Chicago. We have basketball courts everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Just really quick to rewind, you asked what league they play in. So it's the Futsal Champions Series.
Okay.
The men's league has 8 teams, and the women's has 4. So again, it's semi-pro.
Mm-hmm.
And all the games are streamed. I know that House played a tournament last spring, I believe. So that was fun to watch. And like I said, they just had their two first games of the season. Didn't go in our favor, but
that happens,
that's okay. But more exciting news is that just this week, House opened what we're calling the Clubhouse, and that's a new futsal facility in Batavia.
Oh, nice.
So that's for the youth futsal academy to play at and for the semi-pro team.
And where exactly is Batavia?
Let's get a map. West?
West?
I do deliveries for the beer company I work at, and I don't Batavia. I haven't hit Batavia yet.
Yeah, where's exactly like west? Just so people actually know, Batavia, Illinois. Is that like
Correct.
And so while he's looking that up, that futsal program, is it open in the sense of like, okay, you're gonna have your local people, your people that want to go play, and then of course you're gonna have your house teams.
Okay.
So is this facility that's opening up? I'm assuming like a community development, or is it for we're developing the house, you know, the house program.
As far as I know, it's for house players to play at.
Nice.
Yeah, so Futsal Academy is year-round, ages 9 to 18, and then the semi-pro men's and women's futsal semi-pro. And we just announced it today on our Instagram account, and I'm sure there will be more information.
That is awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, coming out soon.
No, that's great. That's great to hear, and it's good to hear that, you know, local clubs are developing local projects, and you hear it more actually like from the house and other, you know, local division, El Paso Locomotive and so forth, that are opening these divisions, and you don't hear it so much from the bigger ones, who are actually like trying to maybe downsize at this point, the bigger leagues or the bigger tiers, I guess, who are trying to downsize at this point. Okay. And you just said one of your players just went to Portugal, which is
Correct.
got called up. That's amazing.
Skylar Reese. Yeah, she's a baller.
Okay, Batavia is, you know, up there near not neighborhood, Aurora.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, it's not far.
okay.
Yeah, okay. So it's not too bad.
And then she does the Heartland division is what the house, the men's play.
Heartland Division
Heartland
one, yeah.
Division
Heartland
1
Division
was
Division,
Premier
yeah.
League, correct.
And then Heartland Division 2, which I was looking at, is the second tier.
Yeah, correct.
I'm looking at these other teams too. Like I was like, who's the?
That's the thing. So I was going through that.
RWB Adra. Who's that?
They're the Croatian team.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
You know those
Roscoe.
games. I know those games get spicy. I know those games get spicy.
I did recognize. Was it AFC Roscoe? I think?
Roscoe.
Roscoe.
Yes.
I have recognized them, and I know that they also have. They have a larger club that's also part of. I want to say the Chicago Soccer Association or the Chicago, the Greater Chicago Soccer League.
Correct, that's the league, I believe, right, that Lakeview FC is playing in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to develop that local soccer connection. We should probably put together a futsal tournament. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Three threes, 5s on 5.
I'll ref.
Yeah.
In the parking lot? In the parking lot?
I'll watch.
What's the furthest they go out? Is Green Bay Glory? Is that Green Bay like Wisconsin? Is that do they go all the way up to Green Bay?
Yeah, both our men's and women's. I think we played a doubleheader there this summer, spring. Yeah.
Dude, that's what's up.
And currently the Chicago House are based in...
Our home field is in Elmhurst at Elmhurst University.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Does anything happen from being in the first place? Is like, do they with the relegation promotion thing? Is there anything that Chicago House can do to like go further?
You don't. I mean, there's nothing to get promoted to at this
Yeah.
point, but like maybe we could talk to somebody.
Well, I
and-
saw that the Midwest Premier League is actually working on developing that. That's something that I read. But again, that was part of that 2030 project, which we'll talk about at another Lumpen FC session. Because it looks like it's like, yeah, we're planning this, but it's kind of still in the works.
Yeah.
So,
I need to, and I know I mentioned this earlier. I need to have Peter Wilt on speed dial right now, so we could call him in and get all the tea.
Yeah, I'm actually like, this is kind of like I'm impressed. This is actually really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fun. I'm clearly a little bit biased, but since I was younger, I like watching like every level of the game possible. Yeah, it's fun to support like the local teams. So I encourage anybody listening to find a game to go to.
absolutely. Get out to those games. And there's like 4 Chicago teams, right? So or Chicago based, from what I understand, and in that division, in the first division. So I want to say Roscoe, I think, is in Chicago or Chicago adjacent. Chicago House, and then there was another Chicago team that I definitely saw as I was reading through their
Well,
through the table.
I mean, Adria is Chicagoland. I don't know what suburb their like home base is in.
well, then see, I see DeKalb County is they're getting relegated. So I wonder who's getting promoted then. I wonder if there's some.
I think Joliet might be getting
I
promoted.
think it's Joliet. Yeah.
I don't remember. And Edgewater,
Yeah. Okay. So
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're looking at
right?
Chicago based.
I think it was Joliet.
I feel like I got an
or
email.
no, it's definitely Edgewater.
I feel like I got an email that's from the Chicago House, and they just played Edgewater recently. I thought.
They did.
Okay, was that like a scrimmage or was that?
That was an Open Cup qualifier. And House won 3-0.
Nice.
Yep.
So I do have.
Hey, I'm on the email list. I get the emails, y'all.
Yeah.
So hey, I'm
I'm
glad
in the
somebody's
know.
reading those. But yeah, House won 3-0. Really fun match. That game was at Benedictine in Lisle.
Okay.
So now we go on to the 4th round of U.S. Open Cup qualifiers.
Nice.
And that game will be in St. Louis area on the 23rd, Sunday.
Excellent.
And whoever wins qualifies for the Open Cup.
There you go.
Fantastic.
So they got to take
Yeah,
that
yeah.
in St. Louis, right?
Yeah. So, and the team in St. Louis, which I could look up the name, but they're a newer team that I know of. So, yeah, just exciting in the rivalries between like Chicago and St. Louis teams. And
And when was the
St.
date
Louis
on the
loves
one
their
in St.
team,
Louis?
too.
What was the
November
date?
23rd,
November-
Sunday, November 23rd.
St. Louis
2
loves their
p.m.
team.
game.
It could be a pretty good game.
If you can't make it to St. Louis,
Yeah.
I'll be sure to share the link of a stream.
Yeah,
on
Yeah,
all
that'd be
the-
fantastic.
That's what I was about to ask.
On all the
yeah.
social
That
channels.
would be
Way you can
fantastic.
watch it, yeah.
And hit us up on Barbara Brewing Co. and on 3160 Firm for that link, as well as your maybe on your or on Chicago's House's Instagram.
Yeah, on House's Instagram, definitely. It will be there.
Okay, so the 23rd we do have the turkey trot.
Turkey trot.
So if
What time's
we
the
can,
game?
if we can view that game afterwards, that'd be fantastic.
The game's at 2. Can you guys stream?
Oh, that's
it?
perfect. We can definitely try.
Is this a bad?
No,
Not putting you guys on the spot at
No,
all.
this is community
but,
radio.
like,
We can definitely try. We can
Okay,
definitely
so
try to
we
put
will
it
talk
together.
after.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
and,
could try streaming it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't see why not. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, okay. So look at it this way, right? The turkey trot's in the morning, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's
and then there's the
it's a
Derby of
5K.
derbies.
It's a 5K. So it's
There's
going
a
to
what?
take me.
The Derby of Derbies.
Yeah, the Derby. And then we have the Derby afterwards as
Yeah,
well.
Arsenal.
that would-
playing Tottenham and Milan are playing Milan.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be a good old ass footy. glorious.
Oh,
day
what's
of
some of
footy.
those games though?
10:30 and 1:45.
Yeah, so we
Oh.
can definitely try and get this
Yeah.
posted out.
We have 3 TVs.
Yeah,
We can
make
figure it
this
out. We
work.
can definitely figure it out. So we definitely want those that contact. I mean, think about it though. It's a 5K, right? So it starts at what 9 in the morning. The 5K.
They should be done.
Yeah.
10. Oh, we
Oh
done.
no,
we done.
it's gonna take me easily 3 hours to do that.
You're
Yeah,
running it?
I am crawling it. I'm not gonna run it.
Yes.
supporting them the whole way.
I do support
Just throw
you
the
because I would
water.
not be doing that.
I
so.
will do it, but it's gonna
not me.
take me forever.
These knees
Yeah.
are 86.
No.
Yeah, done. That's why these concrete futsal courts are not in.
That is.
That's what I was saying. Druzy on Twitch just told us that Fire did build futsal pitches.
Oh, yeah.
So they did put them out there.
I had to hit that the email. It felt bad. It was the first time the emails. Who's when I signed up for futsal? I was like, I'm done.
No.
Done.
No.
Take me off the list. I'm sorry, guys. My knees are in
Futsal
heaven.
courts are not inclusive.
Mm-mm.
I mean,
No.
they are. So that is actually a very incorrect statement. They are very good for the marginalized communities and the youth to be playing on, but for maybe people in this room right now.
No, it's age. It's non-age inclusive.
Yes.
But here's
Yeah.
here's the thing though. Like also you don't have to go hard, right? Like you don't have to just
I'm
because
not
you're out
going
there
at
playing.
all.
Just pass the ball around.
Jamie and I are like grass or turf or nothing.
I'm like that big
There's
old
no-
saber.
there's no slide tackles in
all kinds
football.
of padding. I don't want to get touched.
Yeah, so rewinding, I want to be correct on this. In
Yeah.
terms of Heartland Division 1 and 2, I said 2 teams move up, but it's only 1 team, and that team is Edgewater, like I mentioned. So
Yes, I
not
moved up.
Steel City of Joliet at all. And then the 2 teams moving down are DeKalb. And then, going to mispronounce this, Zazarni Joslo.
Okay.
Definitely mispronounced that. So
Is
they're
that the-
also,
They're going down, right?
yes.
Ooh,
So
they-
they're
no,
both
they got
going-
no points. Ooh, wee.
Yeah.
See,
They're both going down.
but we're looking at this. This
Not
is
a
so
zero.
this is so exciting though because like you're looking at a promotion relegation, and granted the big win is to get into the. I'm assuming it's the Lamar Open Cup, right? To get those slots to get into that Lamar. This is already probably more exciting than
It'd been cool to have
With
this
some
when I
of the
like got
others.
to Chicago in my young 20s. Ooh wee. But like this is great. I mean, it gives people more to play for, I think. And it's like, but as you said, so one's coming up. Is there if these 2 are going down, the Calb and the CJ, we would call him CJ going down to Cal. since they going down, ooh, you said one's going up.
Yeah.
Are they having like another playoff to who's to get another spot then? I'm curious, right?
That's a good question.
Yeah,
We'll
I
have
mean, we
to
don't.
figure
I
it
mean,
out.
this is a person who doesn't know how the system works at all down there. So
Yeah,
I'm just-
well,
I'm
yeah,
just
the
asking
Midwest Premier League,
questions.
and not
I'm
not
just
only that,
asking
this is
questions.
new. This is also new. This was just
Yeah.
added, I believe, in 2020 something. Because I was writing this down because I thought it was interesting that, oh wow, okay. So the league was founded in 2019, but they've made a lot of moves since 2019. Granted, they took teams that already existed in other leagues. And they made moves they've made moves since 2019 that are pushing more towards what we know as the traditional soccer format. And they're doing it in basically just in our region, which is pretty fantastic.
And do you remember in our little thread they sent that thing about if we're doing it in our small region, right? They're trying to do it with the colleges.
Right, yeah. So yeah, now they're trying to do something with the colleges, which I
Thinking about doing.
yeah. Now you're looking at NCAA, which is a whole other structure. That's going to be different. That's going to be, I think, more difficult. Whereas this seems like it's more like local owners, local regional owners of these groups, these clubs, these development teams coming together and be like, hey, let's do something that builds up the game. And I think this is more of with that traditional sense of like, well, we would expect, a sport to grow. You're not going to be instantly the best league in the world. You develop it from the ground up. And I think I think this is actually the proper approach, to tell you the truth. Because then your fan base also develops with you. Yeah, a lot of things that I can say about it. I'm not getting on my soapbox. MLS is doing what MLS is going to do, and we've seen the struggles that they're doing because they're not really catching the hearts, in my opinion, of the fan base. Totally different subject. As for the women's team from the house, how's it been for them adjusting to structures and so forth with this league? Do they have as many teams as well in the league?
I would have to look. So WPSL, they're in WPSL, which is the largest
Okay, that's right. They're in WPSL.
amateur women's league in the
Right.
country for an excessively long time, which I don't know off the top of my head either.
Yeah, the Women's
So I'm still
Professional Soccer
learning.
League. That's right.
And I just know that the team did immensely better this season than they did their inaugural season, which makes sense. And they had a fairly young team with like a handful of players still in high school
Oh,
playing.
okay.
So, yeah, it's very much it's kind of like your summer college league for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was gonna say, what is the age? Is there any age restriction really? Do you have to be a certain age to join the house at all? Is it just like over like 16? If you give a 16-year-old child that's good enough, can she play?
Okay. So that's a question we'd probably have to ask. Because that's a crazy question, because that's one of the issues that the bigger leagues, MLS and so forth, had to begin with. Because you can't sign, you can't really sign a 17. Sorry, not a 17-year-old. I mean, in some states you can't. But like, we're used to like knowing that that 5-year-old was signed by Barcelona, or that 10-year-old was signed by Juve. Because of the child labor laws in the United States, that's not as easy here. You can't just sign to a contract a 5-year-old. It just doesn't work out for any of the lawyers in the room. So it's a little bit different. But that is an interesting question that I would like to find out. Is if you have high school players that are playing in a semi-pro, which is why it's semi-pro.
Yeah, like is there any restrictions? I guess.
Yeah, what's the? Do you run into those issues with those child labor laws? Like, are they allowed to travel? X miles per year. But that's a whole. That's a much deeper question. That's
Yeah, I definitely don't know the WPSL regulations on that. House women's play in North Lakes Conference, Lake Michigan Division, because WPSL is huge, so there is a lot of divisions and conferences within, and there's 6 teams, and they're Chicagoland and Wisconsin based.
excellent.
Yeah,
So
and it was really fun to see them, grow and.
And that 6 teams Chicagoland based. That's a lot within just that region. So
I was looking at their schedule too. It's good to see that. I mean, their games seem to be spread out too, and it's good to see that they're able to go to travel all these games and still have their league and it's still being funded somehow. So that's great.
It's a really condensed league, right? It's very much like the summer college league, and it's. I don't remember when the first game was. If it was like late May, and then it ends by the end of June.
yeah, it's like 5 months, 4.5 months, something like that.
No, it's really short. It's like a month and a half.
Okay. Oh
Like
wow.
really, really short. In which
see that.
I have an opinion on that outside of working for House, that we need more women's and even more men's, but even more women's leagues that cater to not just college age, right? You have like
Yeah.
the professional leagues like the USL Super League and NWSL, and then you have USLW and the WPSL and UWS, which are very like college age based. And they're not all college age. Clearly, there's like different players in it, but that's like few and far between, right? So we need something that's like in between those leagues that's catering to maybe a 24-year-old or a 25-year-old or 26-year-old.
Yeah, and that's also one of those things where it's interesting though that there are now these clubs and these groups catering towards the development of the women's team as well as probably the men's teams as well, because you're not getting that in the college program that is currently in place, because it's just so different from what the global program is that it makes no sense. Well, look at the issues that MLS has dealt with, where they have the draft, which whatever that is for soccer, at the end of the season, those players, I'm gonna call them kids because they're college kids, and I'm old. Just aren't developed. They're not ready. They're not. Some of them don't even have the skill sets. So the fact that there are clubs that actually, we're going to focus on developing those skill sets makes sense outside of the college program, because the college program just isn't it. It's just not it. I mean,
Yeah, I know. I watch. Actually, I've been watching a couple of the college games lately. It's weird. A lot of teams play the same way, and it's kind of wild.
Yeah.
It's not very attractive.
Long ball.
But then again, you got to think about how many of these college kids are already. I mean, they're already at their max level because the kids at their level have already been picked apart by some of the academies. If the academies are picking their player, like Chicago Fire too, right? they already got their team. Like these kids are in college, just kind of planning to go to what's next. Maybe at Chicago House.
Yeah.
Now, if they get bigger, which could be another stepping stool to become a professional soccer player, which is just more opportunity. Which that's all players really need, just more opportunity to get to the next level, right?
Right.
Because you can just in England, you can go to play, be a bartender and play at a game. But if your team is, I don't know, gets to the next level in FA Cup or the Moose Cup. Next, you're playing against Man U on a weird Tuesday. You look good. maybe get picked up by a championship team or a team above that. Just another part of the dream that you can be part of.
Yep,
if that opportunity is there.
Yep, we'll continue talking about the local game here when we get back. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. We'll be back after the short break.
Yes, Gomez Peña is back. The Mix Files are back in Lumpen Radio. Now, broadcasting from both San Francisco Califas and Mexico City. Acompáñenos.
Buddy gives artists and small manufacturers in Chicago a place to showcase and sell their goods and artworks. Buddy retails to a vast audience of Chicagoans and visitors at the Chicago Cultural Center. Buddy is a shop as local as it gets. Buddy is part of the nonprofit Public Media Institute. Visit hi-buddy.org for more information.
Second promo. 30-second promo. 30-second promo. You've never heard anything like this before. It's Postmodern Talking with Bobby Kahn and TJ LeDuce. Only on WLPN 105.5 FM. 30-second promo.
You're listening to WLPN LB Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. We were just talking about the Chicago House. And do you have any way that we can start buying season tickets to the Chicago House?
So our next season won't start until 2026 in the spring, late spring. There is not currently a live link to get season tickets, but when we have them, we'll post them on social media. You could go to our website, chicagohouseac.com, and everything will be there.
Awesome. Yeah, and if you guys want to get in touch with that link, as soon as it comes out, we'll be bouncing it off our Instagrams as well.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about Chicago WOSO.
Yes.
What is Chicago WOSO?
I don't know where to start. Chicago WOSO, Chicago Women's Soccer, is a community for women's soccer players, women plus soccer players in the Chicagoland area. And we've kind of had like different variations of it. And I'm going to rewind way back in 2006-ish. I was in my mid-20s. I didn't have a place to play soccer. There was not a lot of women's soccer playing only opportunities at all. So a lot of us just like word of mouth passed around, like playing opportunities with one another. And it was very grassroots, like the most grassroots like it could possibly be to start different leagues with like 4 teams and things like that, right? So after a while, right, we just use like Facebook as a means to connect people. And we named the Facebook group Chicago Women's Soccer because, right, the most easily SEO searchable thing. And to this day, it has that same name. And we've taken breaks over the years. And when I say we, it's mostly been me. But there's been different variations of people helping me or just like the community as general, like spreading the word. So currently, Chicago Women's Soccer, we're, again, a women's plus community that plays pickup soccer once a week at Ronner YMCA in Little Village at 27th and Western. We play once a week right now, Wednesday nights for the last 3 years. Our 3rd year anniversary is coming up this month.
That's awesome.
Yeah, super fun. So we're age approximately 20 to 50 years old, varying skill levels from beginner to like former college players. We usually play about 8v8 depending on how many people sign up on the given night. We play approximately 8-minute games. We usually have about 3 teams a session. And the vibe is honestly super chill. It's really supportive. Like we don't really, I don't want to say we play hard, but we don't like foul each other. We're just like there to.
I mean, we all gotta make it to work the next day.
Yeah.
I gotta get to work the next day.
Yeah, totally. Totally. So like, right, we call our own fouls, but there's barely ever any fouls. It's like maybe a handball here or there, but we're never going so hard that we're like hurting our teammate. But it's not like we're not going in for the ball. And like we're respectful of different levels, or like if somebody on the other team has a really good shot or a really good ball, we're like, we see each other almost every week, so we're just like really supportive of one another. And I'm very grateful that the players in the community also are just like have helped bring that vibe of being welcoming and supportive of one another. Because we all have our bad days, so maybe I'm having an off day, but so and so.
Yes.
Claire. There's a player named Claire. Shout out Claire. So if I'm having not a great day, Claire is going to be like welcoming to somebody, or Natalie, who I co-host with, is going to be welcoming to somebody, right? And like, yeah.
You're never when that person's going too hard. And it's going, you know what I'm saying, going a little harder than everybody else. Still got that chip on the shoulder. Come on, relax.
Pull them
man.
over.
Yeah,
Pull them
and so
over.
it-
Let's have a talk.
Yep.
We'll have like a new player come in who's a little bit more competitive, like once in a while, and you're like, oh, everybody kind of knows. And in our heads, we're like, they'll catch on in like a couple weeks that
It's not that
you
kind of-
you play that hard when you're playing like your co-ed game or like your women's league, but like here, you just like ease up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just here to have a good time.
Yeah.
Clean your touch up. You know, that's all you're doing. Just clean your touch up. You know what I'm saying?
Has there been how big is this group now?
Okay, so I don't know how to define that. We have a Facebook group that's been around forever. Like I'm talking back to like the late 2000s, early 2010s, and that has 1,600 players in it. So not all of those players currently play in our pickup, but it's a space for players to post in there to say like, hey, my team needs a player. Hey, somebody I know just posted, hey, I haven't played in a while. I'm looking to get back into it. So I could respond and say, come play pickup with us. Or maybe there's like leagues on the north side and they'll post that. Our WhatsApp group has like 170. And I don't actually know like in and out how many people have been playing in our pickup games the last 3 years, but we have like a core group, but almost every week we have at least like a couple of new players.
Okay.
And that's the cool thing about pickup, right? It's like we have a core group that comes like every week. But then there's some people who's like, I want to come once a month. There's like not that obligation.
Do you have any like flyers by chance, or like stickers or anything?
We don't have any flyers or stickers, but we're on. Maybe we'll work on that. Actually,
was-
we have
Klaus-
to do the same
That
thing.
was the next thing that I was
we
going to
have to
ask.
do the
was
same
like,
thing.
Is there any like, because not
to have it-
to turn it into something that it's not, right?
Yeah.
But is there any ideas for expansion? Any ideas for like league build or? And I'm not saying that like
Yeah.
we're gonna be playing in the Midwest Premier League. No. Like, just
Yeah.
like start like a more than the 3-4 teams, just 5 teams. Like what would it be called now? Interclassic, I guess. Whatever it might be called, intramurals.
I mean, it's kind of like intramurals, right? Because
Intramurals,
it's just pickup. So
Yeah.
every week when people get there, we create our own teams. We have some players that help us do that. Shout out to them. So every week, right, you're like getting on a new. I'm gonna go with 8, right? Every time, getting a new team of 8, which is a cool way because you're meeting new people. It's like very community based. So there's not really an idea to create a league. And I'm of the mind that if there's a space that I'm specifically looking for as an individual, that other people are probably looking for a similar space too. So right, I'm gonna shout out my age here. So I'm 45 and I'm still playing.
Young.
Yes. Okay. So anyway, I'm very grateful to still be playing, but right, so I'm like, okay, what space do I need as a footballer? And how do I create that space? And then other people will probably want to participate in that space too. And that space is not right now leagues. Although an over 40 or like over 35, like co-ed or women's league would be super awesome. I just don't know if I have the capacity for that now. But if anybody listening wants to help me with that, like, cool, give me a call.
We'll
cost money
pick up.
too.
DM me, slide into my
Is
DMs.
it free or is it donation?
Okay,
Or is it-
so since we play at Runner YMCA, we do rent the fields, and they have an outdoor and an indoor field, which is
Oh yeah, I've
awesome.
been to Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
27th and Western. So it's $10 a session.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half. So we rotate. We don't do winner stay on. Again, like
Nah, winter stay on. Nah.
we're not that competitive.
Two and down.
Like,
You
I'm
stay
good. I
two-
won.
you
I'm
stay two,
off.
yeah.
Like,
Everybody's
you can play for
paying.
me, yeah.
Everybody's paying. We're not like at a park. That's like real like dude macho energy to me personally. But yeah, so it's $10. We do about 8-minute games, give or take. Yeah, and then we just like you play 2 games and then you're off, and then the next team goes on. And one way, and y'all are invited.
Yeah,
we
that'd be
have our dude friends play goalie for us because a lot of women don't want to get in goal, and it's a really good way to like create allyship too.
Okay,
So
whoa. Why do a lot of women? We have a history of amazing female soccer goalies. Why do they not?
Oh, I've always in like the adult leagues since like forever, right? I've been playing in adult women's leagues for 20 years. It's like, and I think Jamie could speak to this. Like getting a female goalkeeper is like it's gold.
Yeah, it's rare.
Yeah, and so there's not many, and we do have like we don't always have like our guy ally friends there to step in goal. Like last night we didn't, so we took turns. But we call it sweeper keeper. I have like a group chat also if anybody wants to get in this group chat. It's called sweeper keeper. And I just like, hey guy, soccer friends, do you want to play sweeper keeper? Because, it's like low stakes. We don't expect you to like dive or like, if you want to, cool. If not, but the thing about a guy's soccer player, if they're playing a goal, they could usually pass us the ball, which makes the quality of play a little bit better, like bringing out from the back and just
Playing out from the back. Yeah.
yeah, and then it just creates this like support in a system where women's soccer is not always really supported.
I get that. I get that.
That's pretty cool.
I
like that
I still have a
idea.
great touch. Touch is still
The fact that you guys like to play out the back, that's how hard that is
I mean,
to do it properly.
not all of us can do that,
And
but
you don't
we
have the
try
skill
to.
sets.
But it's like right if you have a player that's like a more beginner level, getting a ball punted to you, that is a lot.
Yeah.
Like I don't even always want to, like, right?
You know, like a messy touch already. Come on, man. That ball coming at me at 100 miles.
So then that just turns into kickball. So if you have a
Right.
more skilled player in goal, then it helps. It helps the flow a little bit.
They can roll it though. You can roll it.
And it helps build relationships with these other pickup leagues and things in the city.
Well,
And so
it's
what
good
is
to
it-
have a cheaper option to go play because even the Fire just raised their prices too for
Yes.
their leagues. So
No,
they're not
no,
getting
That
cheaper.
doesn't-
We'll be talking about
Yeah, they're
prices
not
here in
getting
a
cheaper.
minute. Yeah, nothing's getting cheaper
I'm
when it comes to
done with
soccer.
it. I'm done.
No, so
Done?
the community wise, like what is your the group is made up of just people from all over Chicago, or is there like a certain area of Chicago that most of the group is? Because like for example, like we're the Bridgeport Pilsen firm, right?
Sure.
Bridgeport Pilsen. So most of us all work, live in Bridgeport
Yeah.
and Pilsen area for the most part. Not everybody, but is that is like a group from certain areas, or is it just all over Chicago?
Yeah, so most of us do live on the southwest side, and that's who we specifically want to cater to. And especially Runner being in Little Village, so like the Pilsen Little Village area, and like south and west of there. But it's not anybody could come play. We have a player that's been coming the last few months and just found out she's driving from Rogers Park, and like that's how much that's how much the community and space means to her.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and it is really meaningful.
That's
and yeah, there's a woman who it was her second week this week who's coming from Northwest Indiana. So most of it is Southwest. I want to say like even like Wicker Park in South, but then there's like a few like off that come from different areas.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a drive. That's commitment right there. Well,
Yeah.
she wants to get her game in, or she's coming in from Rogers Park. That's for sure. That's pretty cool.
I think right because there are a few women's leagues in the city, right? But this is the only specific women's pickup league or pickup game, or I guess it's not a league.
And then so you get together which nights again?
So for the last 3 years, we've been playing on Wednesday nights. But there's a plot twist.
Uh-oh.
We're supposed to be starting indoor in December. And yeah, we might have to be changing nights because of some stuff with the facility at Runner YMCA. So
yeah, the scheduling.
yeah, scheduling stuff.
That makes sense.
So yeah, I'm just gonna, whoever's listening who might want to play or know somebody who wants to play, we're at Chicago WOSO on Instagram. We're on TikTok too, and Blue Sky and some other, but Instagram's the main. So it's just stay tuned there, I guess.
Excellent. Yeah, let us know so we can start posting that as
Yeah,
well so people got
I
there.
would love that.
And I want to go out and play goalie. So
Yeah, I'm kind of like.
I want to play goalie.
Yeah, I would love
Yeah.
to watch you play goalie too.
Oh, you have no idea.
I know.
Actually,
I've
wait.
heard. Hey, I'm not. But hey, I would love to see.
I don't know if I can do
Adrian.
that anymore, but
Yeah.
Am I allowed to give Mars a shout?
Go ahead.
yeah.
Okay, so we had this tournament in September. It was our second but first tournament, and we had 8 teams. It was outdoor, 8v8 at Runner, super fun. Asked some local donations, and Mars very generously donated some beer for our winners. So
There you go, Mars. All right, let's go, Mars.
yeah,
Good job, Mars.
Easy
No,
peasy.
definitely part of the community, Mars.
Yeah.
It's on our boxes.
It's on our boxes.
It's on our boxes. What can I say?
It's part of the slogan.
That's right.
Yeah, footy's a thing. We are supportive of. If y'all coming on Sundays, you'll know.
Now that we have pumped it out to the 12 people that are listening to us,
yes, hey, 12
if it
people.
if it does grow,
Yes.
will there be the capabilities? How you said it was an hour and a half, right? Oh, 8-minute games, hour and a half. That's a lot of games.
Yeah.
That's quite a few games.
That's for me, I'm like, that sounds good about now.
So
Yeah,
last
That's about
night,
right.
all right.
That's a good.
yeah, last night we played a little differently last night because we had an interesting number of players. So we played 10 against 10 on like a small field.
Oh, whoa.
Tactics.
Yes, and it was interesting, right? Because we usually don't play that many. So Natalie, my co-organizer, and I were like switching, taking turns. So it was like we were more aware of like how many games we were playing, and like after a while, we're like, okay, this last game we're both playing, and our team's just gonna have one extra player. So yeah, it just depends. Like yesterday, like we would play for about like 9-ish minutes, and then people get a water break, and like right there's that social aspect, which is really fun and important because everybody's getting to know one another. So it just depends.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely looking forward to that. I definitely want to go out there and play. That sounds like fun, and it's right down the street from where
Yeah,
we're
it's
at.
not too far.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Runner's a nice facility too.
Yeah.
It's nice, yeah.
So we definitely want to get together with you and work that out. And if
Yeah.
we can help you in any way, shape, or form,
Yes, and yeah,
to post
sometimes
anything
watch
to get that out.
parties. So
Watch parties, any of that
We'll-
stuff.
we'll be in touch.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else that you'd like to say about WOSA before we move on to the Chicago Fire?
yeah, I guess one thing is that, especially since the soccer audience is usually male dominated, I just want to say to all my dude friends out there to just be mindful of like supporting the women's game, especially in the grassroots community. That's if your space is all guys with like 1 or 2 women playing, cool, awesome, but like just remember that there's other people out there that need your support, and whether that's just like sharing a post on Instagram, right, or whatever, like just consider how you could help their community grow alongside whatever you're
That's
doing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Help everybody out. We're a community. We had to be a community. Then the Chicago Fire. The Chicago Fire. So the Chicago Fire, you just said the tickets went up again?
Well, no, that was for the leagues.
Oh, the
for,
league.
For the league, the Chicago Fire pitch leagues. Like,
Oh, the
not
pitch
like,
leagues.
Yeah, they raised
Okay,
it. Got a little
okay,
more
okay.
expensive. So like again, so having a spot where you can pay $10 to go play is a lot cheaper than about
Speaking of which, so I did go out to the Chicago. So now that you mentioned the Chicago Fire, the rec leagues, right? I did go out to watch one of the rec-
non-league play.
Non-league
All right.
rec
non-league
leagues.
play. Thank
Rec
you.
leagues,
All
yeah,
right,
recreational leagues.
All right,
I
non-Sundays.
did go out,
All right,
and
thank
you're absolutely right about that. I saw them play, and I was like, "This is way too sweaty." Like these people really want to win.
At the
And
Man,
Fire
it
Pit?
was
I
hard.
just see a slide tackle? Like, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing
remember,
this.
Like winners got like $10,000 when we played in that league, and I was like, and I think that was the last time. I was like, man, I can't be getting injured out here.
Yeah, and some tournaments.
Oh my goodness! Like this is for the young.
How
young
good
bucks.
is your medical insurance program?
Yeah, man, I was like, well, then that's when I stopped when we were playing the finals last spring, and our buddy who came on the show, shout out to Merv, towards ACL. I was like, ooh,
Oh.
and he's about 10 years younger than me, so I was just like, nah, that's not. It's not. That doesn't look fun. And I was like, what if that was me?
See, this is where we need the over 35 or over 40 co-ed.
I'd rather just play crap soccer, like a PE.
PE?
A big ball. and just hit
Recreation?
this big old ball.
No,
No,
that's
no,
fun.
no.
That I'm done with.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Nah, at that
I need
point,
to be
at that
safe,
point we're
man.
just recessed.
I'm so
That's just
fragile.
recess.
I'm so fragile.
Yeah.
Hey, you saw me moving kegs with me
Recess.
today, man. I can't be. I'm gonna get ran down by some kid or a dude that's over 40 that's taking it too seriously.
Yeah.
And pay for it.
Nah.
No, I'm gonna play goalie.
That's what the
Yeah.
that's what the
Calling
elbows
him,
are
we're
for.
calling him
That's what
in.
that's what the
I'm
elbows
like,
are for, Gaming. That's what the elbows are
maybe
for.
maybe a couple years
You
ago.
got that experience on how to throw
He's
that
he's
elbow.
for serving now. He's serving cleaning.
Can't enter him.
It can't.
Got to bartend.
Fragile, exactly.
You got that experience of how to jump with that elbow out wide.
Do people know
Jump.
that Jamie's a baller that
Yeah.
listen to this show?
yeah. We talk
Okay.
about it every now and then.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
My brother's still playing. God bless him. God bless him. But he goes to those. He has the money to pay for go to those like I don't know those Bally fitness classes. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's
The rubber bands? You got the
whatever.
rubber bands in
Those
the
fitness stuff. I'm like, yeah, no, he's keeping the dream alive. God bless you, Rob. But if you wanted, can we talk about that schedule change? I would love to talk about
MLS
that.
has introduced, or they have said that they're going to go through a schedule change. They will be moving towards what will be the winter schedule.
Yeah.
You'll find this in Bundesliga for sure, and then some other leagues up in the northern parts of Europe. So it starts in July and goes through November, June, July. Yeah, it goes through
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, I just read the end of summer.
Yeah. And then goes all the way through mid-December. Then they go on break. December, January, all of January, and half of February. And then it starts again, half of February, March, April, May, and June.
Sounds long.
Yeah.
Well, the season's already
No,
long.
it ends in May, I think.
May?
I don't know
It does
why.
end in May. I think.
Yeah,
I
so they
read
get
it
so they
in
get like a
May.
month off or so.
And they get June off. Yeah, because
yeah.
it starts in July. Yeah.
Something like that.
Which, honestly, look, it is currently November. It is 56 degrees outside. I am wearing shorts. I'm okay with watching the game right now. I'll go
You
watch
are
it.
that Midwest guy that would have shorts on right now.
So he's from the desert. This guy.
I am from the
Midwest.
Midwest, but it gets cold in the desert.
Yeah.
No, I'm okay with the schedule. Like, honestly, it's fine because February, I would say the January is when we do get the ice, for sure,
And February.
and
February
some of
is
February.
and March actually.
March is the worst. March is my least favorite month.
March. Yeah.
But see, I haven't.
March, you still have that hope that it's gonna be spring, but it's
But it's
not.
not.
It always
I mean,
messes
in
with
March,
you.
I'm in shorts again, like in
really-
March. So,
No, come on.
And
No,
he's-
yeah,
and he's
March
sick.
isn't that bad here.
And he's
March
sick.
Yes, it is.
I feel like we
Yes.
get hit pretty hard
Yes.
in February, though.
Yeah, it's February and
February's
March.
changed 'cause of
February,
climate,
March.
whatever, but-
People think it's all good because sometimes January you'll get some 50-degree days now in Chicago, and they're like, "Oh man, it's not bad." We're like, "You forgot February is coming."
No,
And then
February is-
February, and then
And
March.
March.
Yes, and then March comes, and then by the end of March, you're just like, "Come on, April, stop playing."
Like January is cool because you expect it to be cold,
Yeah.
you know. But then February, okay, cold
Yeah,
again. That's
February,
fine. February's winter still, but then March.
March hits.
But see, but the March is okay.
March is
all right,
different.
well,
Okay.
we're not going to be talking about the
Okay.
weather. But for sure, I like the schedule. I like it more than against the global schedule because then at least now I don't have to watch.
Here's
I actually get the month break.
What-
We all get that month break now.
here. What my thing is, what time are these games going to be played, and how are the American fan base gonna deal with? Are they gonna be playing on Saturdays? Are they gonna be playing
Well,
on Sundays?
wouldn't they be around the same time that they're being played now? Like you mean like 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever?
Wow.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
with-
February
'cause
yeah,
the season's-
7 o'clock is going to be rough.
So
Yeah,
if
but-
Apple deal is falling through, correct?
I think
No,
that's
that-
over. I think the Apple deal is done.
So the
Yeah.
games were all at 7 or
They were all at
7:30
7. Yeah, because
PM.
Apple, yeah.
So
Exactly.
maybe there's more flexibility in what time the games are now. In which case, okay, we have like I don't know a 2 p.m. game.
Which would be
Right.
great. I mean, because you're not really competing with what's going across the pond, what's going on in Europe. So you could start off watching those kinds of games in the morning, and then
But the season's over. Well, it's like we're in the playoffs now, which is kind of it's nice, right? But now you're going into it's going to end soon. But now if we're talking about NBA, NHL, You know, all those other games are like, who's to say that a customer gonna have the money to be like, I'm just gonna go to MLS game when they have other options to go to other games.
Yeah.
That is gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
I don't know because at that point you're looking at NFL being over because the
NFL doesn't end until February, and
right.
they're going to be
so,
starting.
Yeah,
and then
February they're on break.
But then you have-
There's no.
But then you have NBA, you have the
Yeah.
NHL, you have MLB, which was I'm not worried about MLB.
Well, this is always going to be the issue
Yeah.
with switching it over because one of
But
the
that's
reasons
not
why
the-
it
but that's
wasn't
not
like
the-
that in the first place was because they didn't want to.
Exactly,
It really only
yeah.
had baseball to compete.
exactly. That's like how's that going to factor when they try to compete with everything else?
I guess it's
All
the
right,
only-
so I got Kubeta on tour on Twitch telling us he also likes the change to the winter schedule. He's not too sure about this 14 game season in 2027, which also I thought that was really strange. But also said the Apple deal is still live. They just added it to Apple TV overall.
so you don't need
so
an
it's
MLS
no longer
package.
a standalone.
You just need Apple.
You just need Apple.
I was just going to say, of course, that Nate and I disagree. Hey, Nate.
What's up, Nate?
Nader.
That's fine. We'll disagree forever. But
Yeah, but so it's just gonna be a regular. Okay,
yeah. So
that's
and
a
that was
little bit better. I guess.
that's the question that I had earlier when they announced it. I was like, what's this 14 game season? Like that's not even.
Well, I guess that's how you would transition over to because what are you gonna do? Play for an entire year all the way through?
Well, that's what I think because
Well,
it
but
was
at that point-
MLS Cups in May, so you still have.
Well, what I would say was like, I mean, I understand they need to fulfill whatever TV
Oh, maybe it's
contracts that
that,
they have to
yeah.
fulfill. So I get that, whatever hours that they have to do for TV and advertisement and so forth. But at the same time, like if you were an advertiser and you're like, wait, you're just gonna blast this like for 14 days or whatever it is for this month and a half, 2 months, you're gonna blast my commercials. Are people actually gonna see this? Like this is gonna be a quick run through.
So is this the end to the USA preseason tours where all the England teams are coming over here because it says season kickoff in July and their season's back in August. So that means there'll be no more of that.
As a Manchester United fan,
I mean,
as
that's
a Real
great,
Madrid fan,
but-
good. I don't want
but
that tour. I
where's-
don't want them
but-
doing that.
I don't.
They're just gonna go somewhere else.
But no, they're not. They won't. Where are they going to go?
China.
I would just take a break. I mean, to be honest with
No,
you.
no. I mean, EPL teams or those kinds of teams, they'll just go to like
Yeah, they already go
it's
to
like,
China.
It'll be-
They
it
already
should
go
be
to
a-
China.
I
yeah,
mean,
they go to Thailand.
It's not like they want to do
stuff
these
like
trips
that.
anyway.
Southeast Asia.
Let's be real.
There's a lot of
No,
places-
no,
there's
they
a lot-
don't.
Yeah, right.
But they
it's
will.
all about money, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, these tours are more based for the
money.
club making the money.
So
It's
when
not
that
for the
money's
players.
gone,
The
what,
players are going to make their
where's
money.
all this? Where's MLS going to get this extra money?
What extra money?
Some of these games that they had in the summertime, didn't some of that go to MLS? I'm just like, where's
I
this?
don't think
them
so.
going,
I don't think that one.
them going year round doesn't really like. I don't think the fan base in America is that big. That's going to be like, I can't wait to watch MLS this much, and then cut off college football
Well, but
and
we already
all that
watch.
stuff.
We already watch MLS that much.
Not really. Them stadiums
They only
kinda
have a
do-
month and a
but
half
we
break.
but we never open because we have the schedule fit that we're going against baseball. We're not
Right.
going against everything else. You're putting
No,
this
yeah,
against
yeah.
everything else.
That's
But I
the
don't
risk
think-
they're taking with this.
Yeah,
But that
that's-
risk was always there, like right. If they had ever changed it, this was always going to be the what if this happens. This is the only way to find out
And then
if
if they're-
it's people really
and
want
then-
to watch it.
And if they're going to put Saturday morning, I mean, if the games move Saturday morning, Sunday morning, I'm watching EPL, my guy. I'm not watching MLS.
I don't think you're gonna get a lot of morning
I
games.
doubt
I'd
it.
be
They're going to
surprised.
do. I doubt
I
it.
doubt
They're gonna
morning.
So then
Maybe
they're
early,
gonna,
maybe early afternoon games, but and
Yeah.
they've MLS has always had early afternoon games, but
Yeah.
And I think it's more one of those strategies. It would be part of that strategy of like, oh, well, these people are already watching EPL games.
Right.
We'll start our games at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock,
Yeah.
and then they can just transition over to MLS games right after that, which makes more sense.
So I have a friend who has a theory. And I'd love to hear what y'all think about it.
oh yeah.
So she thinks that with the schedule change, that MLS wants to knock out the not Toronto, but Toronto, the Canadian teams. But
Okay.
I don't, because of the weather, right? So they do the schedule change, leave Canadian teams behind, and offer 3 new teams
And then have them go to like a Canadian soccer.
Just go back,
Yeah,
go to
I don't know.
CFL, go to
I
the-
mean,
they
I
already have
don't-
the Canadian Soccer League.
Well, it's
Yes.
okay. So, but see, okay, here's I can kind of see that. One of the things that I would say it goes against that is that this is a franchise league.
Yes.
So you're going to have to pay those owners quite a bit to get out of the way because they're part of the
locked in.
McDonald's.
Like they
they're a
signed
McDonald's.
the contract.
I'm a McDonald's. You're going to pay
Yes.
me. That's what it's
Yeah.
going to be. You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. We are talking about the McDonald's League.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see that because, well, one of them is an indoor. They play in the Stadio Olympique, right? So that is covered, right?
That's in Montreal, and that's not their primary stadium.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I mean, Toronto's weather is very comparable to Chicago weather, Minneapolis weather, or St. Paul weather.
I don't see Vancouver being out though because it's just mostly sleet.
Yeah,
sleet and
Vancouver
rain.
is
It's not
warmer
really-
because
yeah.
they're on the ocean.
Yeah.
We just talked. You know, it's funny. We were just talking about this winter break. The winter break actually is like this winter break, and they come back in February and March. So they come back to play in the two worst
be
months
cold.
of Chicago.
I got your nemesis over here telling us. Cubeta on tour. Chicago and Minneapolis are pretty similar weather-wise, used to Montreal and Toronto.
Yeah. Anyway,
Minneapolis is colder than
so who's gonna? I can't wait for that deflux of money when no one goes out in February and March because it's freezing cold. So those fire games.
I'll be out there. Like,
Yeah.
hey, tickets will be cheap.
Yeah.
Shit.
I have
How
my,
are you going
I
to
have
eat a
my
hot
doubts.
dog? Your hands are going to be cold.
Have so many.
That's what
Like,
the.
but
that's
honestly,
what the vodka's for.
okay.
Hey,
But real
they do put a
talk.
lot in there. They put a lot in there. They
Real
don't
talk.
play.
How are they going to fill the stadiums?
They won't.
They won't.
They don't fill the stadiums as
And-
it is.
This is true. They
So,
don't.
I mean,
So
that's
a
not-
lot of teams do.
who?
Some teams do.
A lot of them.
Okay, let's look. Let's look at the Northeast. Let's look at the Northeast. What stadium gets filled? Columbus, no. New York,
Columbus.
neither New York Stadium gets filled. Columbus, one side of Columbus gets filled. The other side's empty. Us, no.
Yeah, but we
Philadelphia,
used
Philadelphia,
to, and is this
no.
going to help?
Revolution, no. Like
A Revolution's like a bad example
there's
because
no
they're playing.
Washington, no.
Yeah.
Like there's no team that's gonna fill the stadium anyway.
Portland Timbers.
Yeah, so this is
Portland
going to
actually
is this
does.
going to make it better? If what your perspective is saying is true, is this helping?
I don't think it's gonna
because
make it
all they
worse.
care about is the TV deals.
Yeah, no, that's it's what it's about.
Yeah.
It's a TV deal. Yeah, that's what it's about. It's
Yeah, so even like you saying that, I'm like, yeah, it still doesn't really make sense to me. I still think that now the schedule right now is going to be the best way to keep fans entertained and like their attention.
Now, I did go to the
one thing.
Minneapolis game. That stadium was packed, but I don't see them having any trouble filling that one, even in the winter.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's,
mean, Minnesotans are built different.
yeah, like they were out there, and that place was packed, and yeah.
You also went in
So
like June or something.
Yeah.
Would the
But-
U.S. Open Cup change at all by with this?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't see why it would. I mean, it's still played within those gaps.
Oh, but what about-
because the Lamar Cup has already been part of what was
Well-
the global
So,
schedule.
well,
Well,
I-
June there's a lot of Open Cup games, and that's
Yeah.
what I haven't had a chance to read any of these articles, but
Good.
you're saying
MLS
Yeah,
teams
I
can
mean, yeah,
struggle.
I haven't
Good.
either yet.
Well, maybe this has already been answered, but then what is the benefit? Like, what's the reasoning behind like, hey, what if we switch this schedule?
Yeah.
players
What-
signings.
TV
Yeah.
deals, getting money from European teams.
I remember saying they wanted to
Those
align it with
trades,
the
those
European schedule,
contracts.
which I did.
Yeah,
not
but
really.
okay.
Now we're gonna fit that window, the trade window.
But
and
there's,
then we can
there's other
work with
leagues that don't.
more.
They do their own thing. Argentina, Brazil, they all have their own schedule. I mean, like, I don't know why.
Oh,
we have
yeah.
to-
Well,
why
but that's
it-
also because it's upside down.
Yeah, exactly. But like, also, I don't know why the USA has to go the
It's
same.
crazy down there.
I don't know why we have to
That's
be
a whole
like.
other. That's a
yeah,
whole
there was
other
a-
Jamie,
thing.
I
I'm
don't-
so
I don't know.
happy you agree with me.
Yeah, I just don't. Yeah,
Let's high five. For
I just
that.
don't see
The toilet
I don't
bowl
see the
flushes
point.
in the other
Right.
direction.
Oh.
I just don't see the point in switching it. Like, it doesn't make any real sense, like, to me in general. Like,
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, so this was brought up to a vote. I'm wondering why they why they have this thing to get voted on in the first place. So, like, what's the background behind this? Is what I'm wondering.
behind for
Right,
getting
just
for
switching the
switching the
schedule.
schedule. Like, was this?
the only thing I heard was like they
coming, or
just
did somebody
wanted
just
to
throw it out there and they all
align with the
voted?
European schedule.
They've
or
been talking
something,
about it
that's
for.
all.
I heard the first mentions of it about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and back then it was one of those things. Back exactly like Garber would handle everything. He's like, well, everything we can think about, but nothing's on the table. But I honestly think it's more because of its business capabilities with the European teams with other to move players to hit those trade windows.
Yeah, because it doesn't sound like it's getting more people into the stands necessarily. Like I don't think it's going to help in that.
No,
sense.
and honestly, that's changing it over is not what's going to get people in the stands. Getting a better product is what's going to get people in the stands.
Yeah.
So this gets a better product by giving the opportunity for.
I don't think so. Personally,
Well,
I'm not necessarily agreeing either.
Well, that's
but
one
I'm
of the
just saying
questions.
that's what's happening, right? They'll be able to sign a player who
I hope
might
so.
not
I
want to
hope.
leave a
I-
league
that-
mid-season.
that would be my
They also
hope.
want to.
You're not ending the season over there and then immediately have to play in an MLS game as soon as you get off the plane here because you got your new contract.
Yeah.
Now you're more in that actual structural window.
maybe.
So it looks more for those players like, yeah, okay, that makes more sense now. And then they have the time to go find the apartment, move the family, get the dog over here, get the visas, get all that fixed while everyone's in the same window. Whereas before it was like, hey, you need to play. Hey, I know you finish your European tournament on Tuesday, but we need you Wednesday morning.
Yeah, and you're going to be playing X more months.
Yeah.
Like, right, I saw a Fire player, I don't remember who, even just like comment about like how long this year was for them because, right, they went from their European season to MLS.
But now when you're looking at the union agreement, that's a whole other month and a half that they get off. And the players' union agreement was like, oh, they were just getting a month off or a month and a quarter. Now that's a whole month in the middle of the season that they get off.
Oh yeah.
So for the players' union, that's also, I think, I'm speculating here, it would be, oh, that's okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'll take an extra month off a year.
And they wanted to align with the international soccer calendar, I guess, is what they're saying too. But
yeah, and international soccer, yeah. So I can see how this kind of works out for pretty much everybody in MLS, right? Like, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. And then not only that, think about where we're sending a lot of our players. We're not sending our players to Real Madrid. We're not sending our players to Barcelona. We're sending them to Eredivisie. We're sending them to Bundesliga. So that also ties in with, oh, okay. So now you got your development capabilities of sending players out over there to get developed. Mm-hmm. And they're in the same time schedule as we are. So it's got its pluses. It definitely has its minuses.
Yeah.
It is going to be a cold day. Can you do it in a cold day at the new Chicago Stadium? Cold, snowy day at the new Chicago Stadium?
78.
I think the hardest part is what we've already been talking about is competing against other sports. Like that's the real challenge. Maybe
Well, see, but
keep
that's
up
the
the
thing,
similar ratings and all that.
But that's the thing that you have always said. MLS is not competing against NFL. They're not competing against Major League Baseball. They're competing against EPL. They're competing against Serie A.
No, but I didn't
They
mean
never had
I didn't mean schedule wise. I meant product wise, like what you talked about.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. So then start producing that product now. Now produce the product.
well, they're gonna
Need more money
be
than
starting to compete with the NFL because they haven't been competing with the NFL, so they will start competing with the NFL.
Well, I think this is the start of certain changes that MLS has realized. Oh, okay, we've had David Beckham tell us that we got to do things differently. We've had Messi. Now we have years later Messi telling us you got to do this completely differently, guys, to be competitive.
Miami.
I also think it's like, and I think I'm not
He's
even thinking,
fine.
I guess I'm really NFL, but I think they underestimate college football and how much people love college football. Like, I think that's going to be the thing that's like really going to like.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
That is what like I'm.
But
thinking
even
about
then,
it.
like the college football, the championship is in February.
the season starts in August, so they'd still be competing with it until
until
Exactly, so
December.
they still be competing with it.
Nobody's watching the first part of the season in ML and Major League Baseball, NBA,
right,
or
so then-
MLS.
so it
Nobody's
makes-
watching the first part of the season.
So
anyways.
then that's even.
And honestly,
you're
because
just,
of the
you're like
structure-
you're fitting my point. You're
Because
just like,
well, but that's not going to change. That's not going to change whether
Nope.
it's summer or winter or out on the moon.
So
That's not going to
when
change.
we go to these SG meetings, we have the guys saying, "Oh, you guys can't, the fans can't create an atmosphere." Remember that meeting? Well, when all the fans aren't there because they're doing other things, they're exhausted, or their money's not there because they have this new schedule. What kind of atmosphere are you going to be creating?
No. See, okay.
I'm just
Don't make me get on that topic. 'Cause
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there.
We can't create the atmosphere because the things that we want to do to create the atmosphere
Well-
and that you sell on TV,
But we still have
you
the-
don't actually allow us to do.
So
that's a
Too
whole.
many
but we still be in the
restrictions.
stands though.
Too many.
We were still be
I
in the
don't.
stands.
I'd be surprised if this makes people come to the games
Yeah.
or less people. I think it's going to be similar. To be honest, I don't think it's going to
All
really.
right, so here's a pitch idea for the Chicago Fire. In the supporters group section, you allow a spot for a bonfire,
Those are called flares,
a flare fire.
and they're not allowed anymore. But
Oh.
I'm just saying,
Here.
that'd be pretty cool.
I mean,
It would
You
be
get
pretty cool.
that March bonfire right there. Everybody jumping around on it. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. I'm just saying, throwing it out there. By the way, if you use it, that's my idea. You pay me for it.
Oh, yeah.
The BPF bonfire.
So with those changes, look, what they're trying to do, I think this makes more sense for MLS as a soccer fan. To me, it makes sense. I'll go watch a game in the cold. I have no problems with that. I know I'm different on that aspect, but I kind of like this a little bit more.
don't you miss games in summer already? I do.
No.
Well, there will be because we'll be in July. when
Yeah,
it
there'll be games in
starts.
July.
But when it starts at the end of July?
Oh, that I don't know. I just said July.
He had it's
No,
it's
no.
the
It
beginning
just
of
says
July.
season kickoffs in July, then the season starts in August. So then they basically
end
have
of July.
which
End
is
of July.
but
End
I-
of July.
didn't they?
I read.
I thought they had to have a certain break after a season. I thought FIFA was going to sign something. Or maybe that's just I thought they have to have a certain period that they have to not play for a while. I think it's like a mandatory break. But maybe this
Well,
just
if
covers
they have
that.
it from June to maybe mid to late July,
Yeah.
maybe that'll cover that now.
Yeah.
And then is it able to be coupled with the break they're gonna have in winter?
That's what I'm thinking. Because because you think they can't. They're again, those games. Like we said, those summer games have to be gone because they have to have rest.
Yeah.
So they can't just go into these little preseason tours or even I'm thinking, when would the MLS All-Star game? Hopefully that's gone too.
I hope so. I can't stand the
Lord,
All-Star game.
please,
I can't stand the All-Star
please
game.
get away with that.
But that's
Those
the other
trash
thing.
bags.
That's the other thing. So it also allows MLS to function along with those breaks,
FIFA, yeah.
the FIFA
International stuff.
international breaks, all that stuff. So when we have players that are let's say they play for MLS, whatever,
So
they're
Pulisic will actually show
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, and
Just saying.
that might be an issue. That might be one of those things. Yeah.
This article on MLS lists 4 strategic benefits of calendar shift.
Ooh,
here we go.
You guys might have been looking at this already.
Uh,
Optimize
No.
global transfer market activity. Maximize player signings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Align with FIFA calendar.
Yeah, that's the international one I said.
And then
This sounds
elevate.
AI.
Yeah, it might be because
sounds
you
AI.
you did read that
I'm AI.
MLS started
I read
using
some
it.
AI. I read some
I'm
AI.
AI.
Okay, and the last is elevate playoffs, but I don't know how you could elevate playoffs
Yeah, right.
more than they're
so-
already elevated with this
Yeah.
3-game system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
yeah,
playoffs are the championship playoffs.
That's the
so-
other thing.
no,
That's the other
because-
thing. It would get rid of that
Yeah.
break in the middle of the playoff system. Because you have that break right now because of international break.
That's getting
Where
rid.
they
No,
have
they're
to
getting
stop.
rid of. They're getting rid of that next year, right?
Well, because
next
they're
year,
changing the season, yeah.
they're-
So you would just have the
FIFA's
playoffs in,
doing
like,
that. Not even
May?
that. If he was doing that,
I would assume.
Yeah,
that
they're
would
in May.
be.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in May because the it ends in June. The calendar's right there. It ends in June. So yeah.
So, yeah. So you would just have the playoffs. Well,
Yeah, you have your playoffs after the break, after the international break, I guess.
so the actual league itself before the playoffs would probably end sometime in what? April?
May, March, April, May, right around there.
Yeah,
So Greg Berhalter quoted,
that guy.
"The ability to align with the international calendar will have a huge positive impact for the players, coaches, and clubs. This also extends beyond the senior national teams. It will allow us to have access to the youth national team players during critical periods of international competition, further advancing their development."
All right.
Oh,
Greg
now
knows.
he cares about
Greg
national
knows.
development. Now he cares.
Greg
Get in there.
knows.
Yeah, he wants that money.
It's all
Sign
about.
this contract, kid.
It's
Sign
all
this
for
contract.
USA's plot to win the World Cup in 30 years.
Oh, actually, that was Pochettino's quote.
Pochettino.
Oh,
That makes more sense. That
Okay,
makes
So
more
like I
sense.
said,
sorry.
we can't tell. because
Sorry,
30
they
plus
put the person
That makes
who
more
was
sense.
being quoted above the quote instead of below the quote, which is
I
confusing.
hear you.
So anyway,
I mean, that makes sense.
there's that.
It makes sense now that it's Pochettino.
Hey, USA's.
It didn't make sense when it was Berhalter. I was
Oh,
like,
hopes up.
That's
Greg,
AI.
The Fire gonna
Greg
win
said
the
something
MLS
more
Cup.
poetic, which I think makes sense. He said the beauty of MLS is how it has evolved over the years, and another step in the evolution is aligning with the top leagues in the world.
Oh.
Moving to an international calendar helps position MLS on par with the best.
The best is
okay,
Saudi
okay.
Arabia.
Hold on,
Saudi
Bear.
Arabia
Hold
with
on. Hold on.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Saudi Arabia.
You're not aligning
there
and
one
you're not
day.
on par, buddy. Like that's not. No, come on, man. Come
I'm
on.
gonna
Bring it
stop
down.
Googling.
Bring it down.
Hey, did you not see how good Inter Miami did played against that team from Saudi Arabia? We're really
What?
good. Remember the Club World Cup? You don't remember that? Oh, they got
the
demolished.
Do you remember when the Fire also demolished
true.
Miami and
This is
Miami?
true.
Just gonna put that out there.
That game actually meant
That was
something
a really
too.
good game.
It was a game.
But they have Messi.
Uh,
Hey, we might have demolished them, but who sold the most jerseys, buddy?
I know.
Messi probably.
It'd be nice if Cristiano said
Thanks
it was
for
hard
that
to score in
reminder,
MLS and it
Adrian.
was in La Liga.
All right, well, that's us bashing the change here for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But while they're on changes, what other change would you like to see in MLS that would help them align with other?
Might as well get rid of that salary cap.
Yeah, I was about to
Go
say.
ahead, just do it.
Which is what Messi said.
Messi's
Which is what
already
Messi said. Yeah.
Which they're just doing everything Messi's saying. We all know.
Yeah,
Him and
pretty
David
much.
just sitting there just playing, rolling dice, doing their thing, run the league.
Now the question is: are they going to give Messi a team?
Sure.
Yeah,
Is
why
he going to
not?
be the franchise,
not?
another franchise owner?
It's called in Miami.
Miami and like
As soon as he
actually
retires.
Fort
It's gonna be
Lauderdale or
the-
something
Right,
like
Yeah.
that.
Inter Miami. Well, it already is Inter
That's,
Miami.
I was like, that's
AC
him.
AC Miami.
Apple TV FC is,
Miami
what, is
AC.
what they're gonna give him.
I was gonna say he already is like, isn't he not co-owner or something like that? Isn't
Of
that
which
part
one?
Of Miami, Messi. And when he retires,
Oh, I
isn't
don't know if
not-
he is. No, I know he was like.
I thought that was part of the deal. Once he like retires or whatever, he's like he's like co-ownership of Inter Miami.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, I
Yeah,
didn't
I
know
was
that was
like,
part of
I
the
mean,
deal.
that is literally Psh.
I know he got like a percentage of Apple, which is amazing. Like, no, here's your chunk of
'Cause he
Apple.
needs more money.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I did, you know, I mean, I hate that I'm gonna say it on air, but I don't think he knows what money is. Like, I don't think he's
Nobody-
like,
he
what?
ain't
There's
paid.
money. What's going on?
You know, you got someone to take care of that.
Yeah.
He's all right. You got to worry about them kids. become
His
the
kid
next
though
Messi.
is now he was introduced into La Masia.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah. So his kid.
Oh, speaking of kids, remember I told you? Did you see Zizou's son? Zidane's son.
I have heard a lot about
He's
his.
6'4".
Yeah,
Oh, is he a goalkeeper?
He's center back.
center back. Yeah.
Hey.
I was
Oh,
on
that's
the
cool.
thread. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. I was like, and I was thinking like, you know, oh, he's a slick little midfielder. I was like, oh my, who's this big guy? That's him, 6'4" center back.
I heard he's. I
Smooth.
haven't
He's
seen him play
smooth.
yet, but I heard he's got skills too.
Yeah, he's smooth.
Yeah.
He's smooth.
I'll be interested.
I didn't. I was like, how tall was he? I was like, how tall was he? He wasn't.
I'm just
No,
saying
Zizou
we
was
could.
that-
We
He
could
was
use-
not that tall. Yeah, I was
Not
like
that tall.
6'4".
saying we could
like-
use a center back at the Fire. I'm
Hey.
just saying we could use a center back.
Yeah, I'm sure Zidane's gonna send his kid over here.
It's Chicago.
Yeah.
Right, we have everything you want. You got to taste everything.
Yeah, come here
Let
and
us
play in
dream. Let us dream.
December.
Let us dream. Right.
In
Come play.
Come
March.
to Chicago in March.
Yep.
The best thing about that is like the only way to sell it is the way we sold it to Schweinsteiger, where it's like no one's gonna know who you are. And you can totally walk into a Whole Foods and be yourself.
We're
Yeah.
definitely gonna
Yeah.
have.
You know.
We're definitely gonna have to
live for
play
that.
with the orange ball. We're gonna bring the orange ball.
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
Yes,
fantastic.
we're
Oh, I'm
gonna-
looking forward to an
yeah,
orange
we're gonna
ball.
put the orange ball
That's
out in
true.
the snow.
We'll
Yep.
see a lot of that.
That's gonna be
I'm
great.
looking forward to an orange ball. That actually.
Remember when they did
That
that?
actually sounds
Remember when
fun.
they did that in FIFA? If y'all recall, if not, I was just me being a nerd. But there's a FIFA game they did that in the snow, and they had the orange ball. It was great.
Which is going to be interesting. Also, what they do, like, it doesn't matter. We'll see what happens. I'm sure VAR won't have any issues with the cameras and the
Ooh.
lines. That'll be interesting.
Is that
with
a
the snow,
segue?
snow on the line.
Is that a segue
We'll see.
there, sir? Is that what you're doing?
Well, if they have
are
the
you,
chip.
are you trying to maneuver to the VAR?
Oh no, I'm just looking. Oh no, yeah, we can. We definitely can. I was actually off on my own tangent, but yeah.
It always goes back to
with
VAR.
with the issue that occurred this past weekend with Van Dijk scoring a header, and then it being called off because someone was not offside. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that our Liverpool fan here could give us more of the details. On
Yeah,
it.
break it down for us, Seabass.
Let me just begin by saying I really don't care. None of this matters. It's not why
He's already
Liverpool-
thrown the towel in.
It's not why Liverpool
done.
lost. But no, I mean, no, I'm at the point where it's like I'm not surprised, right? Because the same issue. You know, I was talking to you about this earlier. The same issue happened with the Luis Diaz incident when against Tottenham when he was called offside when he went out on to score. The issue with it is it's not just VAR and how they messed up and so on and so forth. The issue with their messing up the refs on the field, especially the linesmen, to me, is the protocol that they're supposed to take on a goal, which is you don't raise your flag. If in the Luis Diaz incident, if he didn't raise his flag to call him offside when he didn't know for sure that he was offside, I mean, there's some that are offside where it's like they're blatantly offside, that you can call that. But other than that, you have to wait until review. And in both incidents, they don't do that. They just raise their flag saying, no, he was for sure offside. But you don't know for sure, and they just scored a goal. Why don't you just wait until they can review it, because every goal is reviewed. So right there, it's already messed up. What happens after that? Who cares? It's already messed up. 9 times out of 10, if they go to a review, they're going to give the on-field call anyway. That's what happened with that was the mix-up with the Luis Diaz incident. That's the mix-up here. It's like, well, you already said it. We might as well just give you the benefit of the doubt that you're correct, and that's it. I don't even think this past incident, even the ref even went to go check it on the screen. If I remember it, I don't really remember it that well, but
I don't know. I know there was a lot of VAR calls in that game, and I know that he did go look at the screen for a couple of them.
Well, he went to the one.
I don't know if it was this one.
He went to the
I
one
don't
for
know if this one.
for Daku.
Yeah.
For the penalty, where he barely got grazed. Whereas, a couple of years ago when McAllister gets kicked in the chest in the box, that's not a foul, but somehow getting tripped. I think both of them are fouls. I think both of them are penalties, but that inconsistency is a little suspect, right? Like, why does this keep happening? But that I'm at the point where like nothing's gonna fix PGMOL. Nothing's gonna fix the refs. Nothing's gonna improve them.
What's his name? The PGML, I guess he's the president or the leader, came out basically protecting the referees and the call, and you could even tell, like, when he was like, it seemed to me when he was trying to explain it was kind of like, look, it's the call we made, it's the call we're gonna stick to, whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
I was like, well, but at the same time, it's the wrong call.
Yeah, and it's not like you can fix it like later on. And I mean, I saw some article where it's like, oh, Liverpool's going to go to the PGMOL and do what? I mean, it's not like they've been doing that for years, and PGMOL hasn't changed. There's no real repercussions that we've seen. I mean, the only thing that we've seen where a ref gets some sort of repercussion is when David Koo got caught doing cocaine on TV or whatever it was that he was doing. So other than that,
or placing bets on the game that they're refereeing.
Yeah. Other than that, who cares if you messed up? It's only a game, right?
Yeah.
So.
With billions of dollars involved.
That being said, Man City was the better team on the day.
But see,
they deserved to win, all that sort of stuff.
Okay, but see, you say that. You say it's a dismissive way of saying it's only a game at the same time. But at the same time, we're having so much trouble right now with sports gambling that if this continues, it's going to get to the point where the fan base is going to be like, hey, look, we're already having issues with players doing what they're doing, with coaches doing what they're doing, with trainers doing what they're doing, and now we got the refs involved too. Like, what is the legitimacy of this sport to begin with, all the way around? If you guys are missing these calls like this,
well, I mean,
then going on air on Sky Sports or whatever it was and being like, yeah, well, it's what it is. Take it or leave it.
This is the system. So you have to ask yourself, why is the system set up like this? What's the benefit of it being like this? Because obviously the FA seems to be okay with it. They're not really doing anything to get rid of the PGMOL or bring in someone that could compete against the PGMOL. The PGMOL, there are no repercussions. Nobody really gets fired for being bad at their job at the PGMOL, and even if they are, somebody always covers for them, in this case Howard Webb. So everybody seems to be okay with this system except the fans and I guess the players themselves. But It's been like that for decades.
Yeah, I don't think the players are okay with it. They just can't say anything because they get
No,
fined.
They didn't really-
but even that's
Every
even
time you
bad.
say something, it's
nobody can call them
$500,000
out.
yeah.
No coach can, no player can. Nobody can say anything.
Yeah, but
It's-
at the end, you had Mourinho just being like, "I can't say anything because I'm just going to get fined, so I'm just going to."
yeah,
stay
everybody
quiet
has
and-
like a gag order on them.
Yeah.
Like it's even that's bad. So then, how do you improve if you can't be critiqued? You know, so it to me, they don't want to be critiqued. They don't want to have to improve, and everybody seems to be all the powers that be seem to be fine with it. So
Yeah, and I don't
That's
think
the
that the
system.
improvement that we're asking for at this point is anything drastic. It's just get the system down correct. Not even correct. Just get it down to where everyone does it the same way. You know, like everyone just does the same thing. That way,
No,
we
they-
can even if you make a mistake, we can be like, all right, they followed the protocol, like you said, and got it wrong, but whatever. At least the protocol was there. We followed
Yeah.
the structure. I think that. More so this season and more so in EPL. And here's the other issue is that we're really always talking about EPL that's really messing this up, while the other leagues tend to kind of have been working it out. Like they it's a lot smoother in La Liga. It's a lot smoother in Serie A. You know, and originally when I first heard, well, we're going to introduce video assistant referee, basically replay. It's replay, people. We're going to introduce the capability for referees to look at these calls. But I was like, ooh, in Serie A, this is going to be just ridiculous because of the way the fan base is, because of the way there's already the suspicion of corruption and issues that have occurred historically. And so I'm not saying anything, horrible here. Historically in Serie A, where it's like they're going to take advantage of this. And no, it seems like it's gone really smooth, and there's not. It's quick, it's faster. The referee on the field. It looks like the referees on the field in those leagues have command of VAR might tell them, hey, there's an issue, blah blah blah. But then the referee on the field, the center referee, which is the one that's supposed to have control of it, will let's talk it out, blah blah blah. No, okay, this and that. We'll continue, and it's quick. We looked at it. No, we're continuing. It seems like an EPL is where there's just major issues. And it would be one of those things where it's like, okay, how long has it been in EPL now? What, 3-4 seasons?
Oh, it's probably been at least that maybe
at
a
least
little bit
4. Let's say
longer.
at least
Yeah.
4. I can't say that it's gotten progressively better in EPL.
I don't know. I don't.
3. Like
3?
I think
Yeah.
3, but yeah,
It
there's
came
still.
after the pandemic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it did.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So,
But I can't say EPL is the one that just hasn't gotten better.
yeah.
You know?
I mean, statistically, apparently it has, but it's not.
Who's to say these guys just were bad in general?
I think that's what I'm saying. I think if anything, any of these changes have just exposed how bad they
like
really
how
are.
we just like
We didn't know how bad they were because we were just so used to it. And this is starting. All these changes are starting to be like, oh man, this is really bad.
maybe these guys, maybe they're just not that great. Or maybe we're just so used to them because and all of a sudden they bring in technology and then you see how many calls that they actually do
Well,
miss.
you know,
I mean, it is
I-
interesting. You rarely see an EPL referee in the finals of a FIFA UEFA tournament. It happens every now and then because, you got to get them in there. But you see a lot more Latin American or Italian or French.
I always bring this up where I've gone home and I watched old EPL games from the late aughts or the early 2010s and stuff like that. Terrible calls, terrible no calls. This was. We think we have
But
it.
that was
bad.
that
We
was
think we
also
had
the
it bad.
That was also
now.
the era of just let him play. Just let him play.
Yeah, but it's still bad.
No blood, no
still,
foul.
It's still terrible refereeing according to the actual rules. The rules haven't really, with those incidences, haven't changed much. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's always been this bad. Whether or not it's just concentrated into EPL, if it's always been this bad, I don't know. Because I don't know if it's been this bad throughout Europe, and then maybe some other places like the Bundesliga or Serie A or whatever, they started to improve seeing it how bad they were, and then just it was easier for them to take in VAR and to take off the offside, whatever the lines thing,
The line.
all that sort of stuff. Whereas EPL just remains constantly bad, but it's always been this bad. I think one of the reasons why something like VAR came about is because people were starting to notice this is really bad, especially with replay and being able to watch games right away all over
on your cell phone.
in person. You could see it like during the game, like, oh, you missed this, you know. and that's kind of one of the reasons why VAR started to be asked for. But this idea that it's like a tool that could have helped them improve, but it's like they're not interested in improving, and I'm starting to question why. What was the memo that said no, don't get better, guys, because they're clearly not.
Yeah, and it seems like it's a very close group of the same people. It's the same people.
Yeah.
No, what is it, like maybe 10 of them, 12 of them?
Yeah.
A few of them have been there a long time. And yeah, I mean, for EPL, when it comes to EPL, I just haven't seen any improvement when it comes to the refereeing. And they can introduce whatever they want. They can put the chip in the ball. They can do the what is it, the super speed cameras on every corner.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to get better because they just can't get their own act together, their own system together.
Yeah.
And until that changes, well, then I mean, we're going to be stuck with this. And EPL, while the other leagues are advancing, this is what you're going to get in EPL. And at this point, I think the fan base is going to get tired of it pretty soon.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC, and we'll be back shortly.
This is Sadie Woods, and I'm bringing you Gridlock Sound Lab, Rush Hour Radio featuring house, Afro-Latin rhythms, world beat, disco, funk, soul, electro, and indie dance music. Gridlock Sound Lab, first and third Fridays at 4, only on 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio.
Weird Lady Music is now on Lumpen Radio every first and third and sometimes fifth Friday of the month at 7 p.m. My name is Baltazar, and I will be your host playing weird music made by ladies and music made by weird ladies across genres, geographies, and generations. Join me, citizens.
Lumpen Radio is supported by the Museum of Contemporary Art Chicago. The MCA champions the new and unexpected in contemporary art and culture through its exhibitions, performances, programs, and collection. Located in the heart of downtown Chicago, the MCA boasts the award-winning MCA store, the Marisol Restaurant and Bar, a 300-seat theater, and a terraced sculpture garden with a great view of Lake Michigan. Every Tuesday, the MCA is open until 9 p.m. and is free for Illinois residents. The MCA also offers free admission for anyone 18 and under all year long. For more information, visit mcachicago.org.
Have you ever felt there was more to this world than you could understand? Join me, DJ Heaven, for Spirit Worlds. Every first and third Wednesday from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. on Lumpen Radio. Spirit World is a showcase of sounds designed to transport you to another world. Spiritual world that we cannot see but feel.
You're listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You're listening to Lumpen FC. If you would like to get in contact with us while we are on the air, you can watch us on Lumpen TV on Twitch. If you have any comments or anything you'd like to say, we will try to answer those on that Twitch channel, Lumpen TV. You can also hit us up at Barra Brava Brewing Co. on Instagram, as well as 3160 FIRM, FIRM on Instagram. If you would like to send us an email, hit us up at lumpenfcradio@gmail.com. And we will soon hopefully have an Instagram for Lumpen FC individually. Also on Twitch X, just Lumpen FC.
Lumpen FC Radio.
Lumpen FC Radio on Twitch X, which I'll probably start working on more now. I just haven't been able to get on those. We were just talking about how bad refereeing is in EPL and how it hasn't changed in decades, basically in decades. So let's go ahead and talk about how EPL is going currently. We do have Arsenal, the Gooners, right up at the top with 26 points. Manchester City following them right behind with 22 points. Chelsea with 20. Sunderland. Now that's a story. Yeah. Sunderland. Sunderland back in fourth place in EPL with 19 points.
Love to see
Tottenham, Austin, Man U, and then Liverpool making up through the 8th position there. But it seems like that's Liverpool is deep into 8th position, but it's not by many points. It is 1 point that separates them from 4th place.
Yeah.
So it's not the league's just started. It's
Yep.
It's
What is
not
it, 10, 11 games in? 12?
Do you,
we are currently 11 games in.
like, would you? I guess I do have. I have a question about Liverpool. How do you feel? I know I feel still things early, but a lot of the pundits like to talk about Verts and Isak and the amount of money they pay for the signings. How do you feel about them right now, and how much time you think they're going to give Florian Verts more to grow into the? Although the UK guys, they remember he's coming from the Bundesliga, TPL, he needs time to transition. But what's your thoughts about that?
I mean, as far as the money goes, I always feel like people just throw out the money thing for banter.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's first of all, there's always that whole thing. Well, it's not your money, right? I really don't care how much we paid for these guys. I mean, are they worth that? No, but nobody is. Ultimately, no player is worth this amount of money, but they were willing to take a risk on it. To me, it's just an investment. And we're waiting to see whether or not that investment's going to pay off or not. And that's how I've always seen, like, when they put the price tags on it. Look at who's the guy from Chelsea? Not just Caicedo.
Which of the 300 that they have on?
Yeah, okay, which one?
Not just Caicedo, but like Enzo Fernandez. I think.
Enzo, yeah.
Yeah, they're both playing really well right now. But at the beginning, they weren't playing as up to whatever their price tag was. Right. Yeah. It always takes a while, and some burn out, some don't.
Every time they say they play well, like the next game they play like boo. It's so
they're
funny.
Inconsistent. I will say that.
It is. It's literally every time they're like they played so well, and it's like, yo, y'all just be quiet.
But let's be honest, like Enzo Fernandez was never worth that much.
Well, of course not.
And Caicedo was never worth that much, and Chelsea knew it then. They wanted to pay like $80 million for him, and until we got involved, then they went and got top and spent top dollar for him. But so like this idea of like the money is this and that, should you be getting better, blah blah blah. Yeah, eventually, but right away, no. I'm not surprised that they're struggling.
Now, for those of you out there who are listening to those numbers, the 80 million, 90 million, and thinking, well, Major League Baseball players make 300,000, 400,000 on the contract. The 90, 80 million is just to be able to talk to them. Mm-hmm. It's just to be able to like say hi, hey, would you sign this paperwork if it all worked out?
Yeah,
it's not their actual pay.
No. This is just a transfer fee.
Yeah, it's just a transfer fee.
So I think eventually this is one of those things where like we have so many good players that eventually it'll click. I think it's gonna take a while though. Because there's been so many changes at Liverpool, not just player-wise. I feel like the strategy that Slot is trying to implement is not going to necessarily. I think it's a more difficult system than we're thinking of, and I think this is my own like little theory. I think we're waiting for Salah to leave for this to start clicking.
I think the relationship with Salah is done.
I think he'll probably leave in the summer, but I think
MLS.
Hopefully,
which would be fantastic.
Hey,
City.
I don't know. Yeah, come on, bring him in.
Chicago.
He already likes the cold. His kids grew up in the cold.
I'll love to have Salah play.
But that's kind of what I've been thinking of, and it's been going around in my head where like some of the best times we've actually played with these players is when Salah hasn't played. So actually, when he goes to AFCON, maybe we'll get to see some drastic changes. I think what we've seen as far as Liverpool goes is there have been moments where we've seen, I see what you want to do with this team, that I think eventually that'll become more consistent. I have to believe that, right? But I don't think it's a bad team. I don't think it's a bad team. I think we spent too much money on really good players for it to continuously be a bad team.
Who said you're a bad team?
No, just the results. So I think eventually that'll become more consistent. I like to believe that hopefully Slot and the team can start to gel right around when Champions League starts to get serious, and maybe we can do something there. Because I don't think we're doing anything in the league. I think the league is I think it's too far gone at this point. Unless Arsenal, unless Arsenal and Man City really start to screw up, which I don't see right
Look,
now.
I can see
Man,
I can see
and
Arsenal.
we start to-
I can see
Oh, my
Arsenal and
goodness.
City leaving
I can see
points
both.
on
I
the
definitely
table.
see City slipping. I don't care what anyone says. They
Yeah,
definitely gonna slip.
I don't really see you guys slipping enough. I can see you guys dropping points, but not enough.
Nah, when the injuries kick in January, we'll see. January,
Well,
February.
that's the thing. We have like 3 players coming back. It's just unreal.
Yeah.
We're in an unreal moment with Arsenal.
I
and I
mean,
don't
we-
want to say anything and do. I like watching international break. Like and watch. I was like, oh, Saka and Eddie scored today. But I'm just sitting here just like this. Why are they playing?
Yeah.
Get him off the field. Declan Rice came out. I was like, yes.
See, I
Saka's
used to
still
be
playing.
like
I'm
that.
like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I used to be like that, but since we lost, now I'm like, oh, I can see get scored. Oh, Sobosai got an assist. Great.
Yeah,
They're having a good time.
it's
Maybe they can bring that back.
It's like you just go through these weeks because I mean, I especially for me, I definitely club over country right now, and I just so these international breaks are just torture for me. So I just sit there and I'm like, oh yeah, I can't wait for this, but I'm not. I just want this to get over with so they can just get off the field and be good.
It seems like that's the consensus, like worldwide. Like if you're on Reddit or any social media, like, everyone is just like, can we just end these things? Like, can we please just end these?
Man,
these
yeah,
international
it's
breaks?
like I cannot wait for that break just
Yeah.
for not to be there next year. And I'm
Right,
saying,
unless your team's like average or below.
yeah.
Yeah,
Shoot,
like-
don't let your team be average too, and you're like, why is he even going? It's like,
Yeah.
why are you even going to play? You have the risk to go somewhere. Like the dude from Nottingham Forest, the Anderson, he's like, man, if he gets hurt, Nottingham Forest is already struggling. If
Oh, they're- I think they're
he,
done.
like
I
if
mean,
he
I don't think-
if
I
he
don't
was to
think-
get hurt, man, I'd just be like,
I don't think
It's like-
Nottingham Forest is crawling back. But I wouldn't worry so much about the players as much as the owners nuts.
yeah.
So that's a whole other.
He definitely looks
conversation.
like someone that would be in like Despicable Me, like the evil villain.
With that said, I mean, I see the issues. I think Liverpool's going to get back in the fight. I don't.
I think so too.
I think it's going to be a very interesting March.
Yeah.
And April. I don't think Arsenal's going to run away with it. I think they're going to get ahead before the winter break. Before there's the Boxing Day thing also, which is another weird fiasco. So are they having it? Are they not having it?
They're actually
They keep taking
making
it away?
they're making Man U and Newcastle play on the Christmas
So
Day.
they are
They're
gonna
just
play.
they're
On
making y'all
Christmas
play.
Day?
Yeah, they're making y'all play. They're making you and Newcastle play.
No, that's fine.
Hey, I got to watch something play.
We deserve
But
to
not
be-
on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah.
Shouldn't it be the
Oh,
day
wait,
after?
it's the
the day
Man,
after.
Man United and Newcastle are the game. No, I think they are the game on Christmas Day. I'm looking up. I'm looking.
Man
let me
United versus Newcastle.
Let me look.
I've
I thought I
never
saw
seen
the
an
article.
EPL game
let
on
me
Christmas
check.
Day.
But don't you get
checking.
nervous when your team's just in first place all the time?
Sure.
Yeah.
I just want them
Absolutely.
to drop like
Yeah.
right now for a little bit, or
No, yeah,
and
yeah.
like just and then come back.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't want to be running the at the front the entire time. It gets tiring. It gets
the-
tiring.
That actually just happened in NWSL too, right? Kansas City, they
That's true.
won the Supporter Shield for
NWSL,
NWSL,
that's right.
and they
Yeah.
just got knocked out by Gotham.
Yeah, because everybody's
Oh,
after
I
you.
watched that game
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Everybody's
watched that
after
game.
you. Everybody's after you when you're at the
Oh,
top.
yeah.
Everybody's like nipping at those heels. It's
Yeah.
trying to get you, and eventually you're gonna wear down.
And then eventually every team is going to start
And I just
being
wa-
a better defense and it's going to start making it more
Well,
and more
not only
difficult
that,
because they're all coming for it.
and you become the club or the team that everyone watches. So in the sense of like, oh, let's watch their video, let's watch their play again, let's
Right.
see what they're setting up, let's see what they're doing, because if they can take you down, then that gives them momentum, that gives them the push.
It's
So
the
no.
after. It's
It's
the
the day
26th.
after?
Day after.
Yeah, it's
Day
the
after.
day
after.
But
that's what I
they're
thought.
they're the only ones playing though.
And that City and no, you said it was United and
Just United Newcastle. You guys are a
Newcastle?
game after, yeah.
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so but that Boxing Day, has only got that one game. But
Just that
are
one
there
game.
more games like throughout
There's games.
the rest of the
They're
other
still
days?
spread. There's still games. Other 3. It's gonna be still like a normal EPL week without like Moose Cup. So they're like they'll still have a game midweek. So
spread
they're
it
still
out during
playing
the
every.
week.
It's gonna be every 3 games except Man U Newcastle. But you guys may have a break longer, like during the season, because that's how they do.
They
Yeah.
should just have the Boxing Day and just get it over with. Like, give us
I'm
a-
here for Boxing Day, but I'll also say like there should be some like pro indoor games in the States that you could watch. No, not
I
the
just-
same,
well,
not the same.
That
It's
are. I just
something.
wish like
I gotta watch something.
I'm
while
like
in-
It's something.
during Christmas.
why? I just kind of wish like why can't everybody other leagues do the same? I'm just like why does it just have to be England? Why can't Spain? Why can't Syria? Why can't y'all play during like? Why do y'all get a break?
Here for this.
Nah.
You know, so it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like,
Spanish.
Not that
The
I
Spanish
not that
are
I
not
disagree
gonna-
with
They
that. I'm
don't
just
do
saying
that.
they're not gonna.
They
they're
don't
not
do
gonna.
that.
Yeah,
They're
they're
not
not gonna. They're not gonna. Yeah, right. Germany, they're like, nah, y'all keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
We're taking. a
I
break.
don't see the Spanish working on Christmas, man.
No,
That's not
there's
happening.
not.
No,
No,
That's not
no.
gonna happen.
Yes, does.
That's
That's
right.
not gonna happen.
Holiday, my guy. Yeah, so it's like they get. So it's like I don't know. I still think that's a little quirky with the EPL, especially how for us, I'm like we should those things. I'm like that's why we should always have an automatic Champions League spot because you get no breaks. There's no breaks in EPL. That's all I'm saying. There's no breaks, and they want to take a spot from us. Like,
Yeah.
it makes no sense. We play more games than any league.
Yep. APL.
You also make more money. You also make more money than any.
I was like, hey, feet up on the
That's
the Gucci pillows.
that's leaving. Oh, speaking of which, I just
Gucci pillows.
dude, I saw. I was going down the rabbit hole on the soccer
boy.
rabbit hole, and I saw Soboslai. And I told you, I was like, is this guy like a supermodel or whatever?
Yeah, look at him.
So he drives in.
Have you seen him?
He drives in a Lamborghini. He gets out and he's just decked. Just the whole thing was like, what is going on with this? He had the bags, 2 bags, and everything. I was like, I have never seen anything like this.
Do you not look at Patrick Aubameyang? You haven't seen any of his?
No.
Lord, he had a gold car.
Oh my god.
A gold car.
Is that the one that changed colors?
That was it.
Wasn't there one that changed colors?
He had a gold like Lamborghini. I'll Google that right now.
He had a Lamborghini that changed colors,
Yeah.
like depending on what angle you looked at it.
I can see that from Aubameyang. Though. I can see that from Aubameyang. Though.
Gold car.
No, but Soboslai is he's like a billboard model basically.
Yeah, I don't know. They had these pictures. I was like, all right.
He can really kick a ball.
Yeah,
you know?
and he can kick a ball. All right.
Yeah, that's
sounds good. I'm okay with playing on Boxing Day. Manchester United is currently sitting in 7th, which is what the expectation that I had for them this season. So I'm good with this. This is fine. Liverpool, though, also sitting in 8th in Champions League.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
That's
Yeah.
fine too. Just, if they can, I mean, they'll probably qualify as long as they don't have to play that extra playoff game, which, whatever. It's 1 or 2 more games more, but whatever. As long as they can advance.
Yeah.
That's what PSG did last season, remember?
Yeah, we got Arsenal in first place in EPL currently, and in second place in Champions League. Now, speaking of everybody attacking you, how long do you think you'll be able to keep this up?
Oh.
It depends how healthy we are. If we stay healthy, or if we get these players back and we don't have 6 more players drop, I think we can. We have a chance. We definitely have a chance. It's just if the players that come back stay healthy. Yeah, man, I don't really see us having a problem, but that's just being optimistic. But I'm just I don't know. Realistically, we have the depth that we have. You've never seen an Arsenal team that have this much attacking force and a defensive force at the same time. So for me to be yeah, we can win the league is not. I don't think it's so far fetched. It's just it is ours to lose, especially with all this talent. And we're gonna have this talent for a few years now. So we're gonna be talking about us for the next 3-4 years, just always being in this cycle of the top 3 leagues and team because look at our team. We're like the Monstars. Look at our offensive lineup when everyone comes back, and then look at it's kind of wild. And I don't want anyone to leave. This is the first time I look at everyone. I'm I don't want any of y'all to leave. I want all y'all to stay. I want all y'all to stay forever.
So I guess
Forever.
Forever. Just it.
I guess we finally answered the Arteta out, not out.
I've never been on that. I've never been on that
he's
boat.
never been.
He's never been on that
I'm
boat,
saying,
man.
for a while there.
I've
it was
never
ruthless.
been on that boat.
Down at the
Hey,
bottom.
my bad.
Down at the bottom of EPL, we got West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and Wolves. I don't see Wolves climbing out of this one.
No.
Oh.
And the way things are going with Nottingham Forest, I don't see them climbing themselves out of this.
Wait,
this year.
did the Wolves get a new coach?
Yeah, so the Wolves, that was a debacle. So Middlesbrough, Rob Edwards, who used to play for Wolves, was coaching at Middlesbrough, who's second in the championship right now, and basically had a release clause so that Wolves paid basically to talk to him, and it was wild because the fan base, of course, were salty.
Sure.
But he was ex-Wolves, and he was it's one of those things. This is his opportunity to coach, Premier League and get the Wolves out of situations. Like you can get them out, or you're gonna be right back down. And the
Right,
team that you could have
yeah.
coached got promoted, and like it's kind of wild. That I mean, I feel like Middlesbrough actually has a really good chance to get promoted anyway.
That would be fun to see Middlesbrough back.
Yeah, I think they really do, and they're in second. They end up being at Birmingham City without him, and of course, when they won, they're all just like sticking together, and middle finger to Rob Edwards.
Sure.
And like, and I can always say, like, man, I'm actually surprised that he did leave.
Yeah.
And go to Wolves because they are not good.
They're not going to.
And he's not going to sign anybody. Like they don't have people to bring in January. They don't have the money. And yeah, you have the potential to just be right back where you were.
Yeah, that's strange.
Yeah, so
I wouldn't have left.
Since we are talking about coming up with EPL, it is kind of crazy because we have a big fight in the championship standings, EFL championship. Coventry currently leading with 34.
Frank Lampard,
which
Frankie.
they might take off.
He's
with
coaching them?
Frankie.
Yeah.
Oh boy!
But you still have Middlesbrough, Stoke, Preston, Hull, and Millwall. Hull,
why did you
Hull
say
City
Stoke?
and Millwall.
As soon as you said
don't bring back
Shaqiri.
Stoke
All I
is
can think
there.
about is Shaqiri now.
Stoke is there, man.
That's the first time I saw Shaqiri.
Shaqiri.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
goodness.
guy.
Ugh.
And then the next season we picked him up at Liverpool.
The guy that came and took all the Chicago Fire's money and just walked away.
Hey man, I got his autograph. I'm good.
Man.
I got something from him.
Did you see?
He's won 2 titles. He's won.
Oh, he's killing
Is that
it.
worth any money?
Yeah. Oh, more than you know.
Probably not.
Did you see
His
the scene?
signature?
His, well,
Because
if
I
you go
have
to
his
Basel,
autograph too.
yeah, you get the, you go to get
Is that
it.
something
Well,
he
we
actually
had it-
contributed to the community?
Maybe you
That's-
Giving
got a
us some
Basel.
wealth?
That is the contribution to the community.
Yeah, it was. That was it.
It wasn't the goals.
He scored a goal in, I think, the Europa League whatever this past week, and man, he was like in the 6-yard box, like came across the box. It was just him in the goal, and he did some Shaqiri, such Shaqiri, like did a no look, drilled the ball into the goal. And the announcer's like, "Oh no, not the no look." I'm like, "Bruh, I can't." He is in the goal and just blasted it and did the whole no look out, and then he just Shaqiri. I was like, I gotta
The goal
check.
was empty. There was no goalkeeper.
There was no one in the goal, and the way he was like, "Oh, the no look," I'm like, "Oh,
come on.
goodness!" And this guy is like, Shaqiri's loving it. He's
Falling out.
such a farce, man. He owes so much money back to us. It's like,
No,
you know what?
he's not.
He did the.
Never get to see it.
I've
Hey,
never seen it.
Shaqiri, we need a roof now
We-
on the new stadium because of the league change.
The Shaqiri end. The Shaqiri
Yeah.
end at the new stadium.
The only bigger scam was that fire festival, that Ja Rule, whatever. That was the biggest. Shaqiri ran a huge
And then Shaqiri.
scam.
So
bro.
Fire Festival.
He's right behind
Right
that.
behind that. Shaqiri's time in Chicago Fire. Oh my gosh, this guy. The fact that he used to hustle, now he's hustling again. Like,
Liverpool legend, yo.
right, goat.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, totally Liverpool. So we're definitely not looking at Nottingham Forest, and Wolves probably crawling out of this one.
Yeah, wait. Who was? Would you say who were the other? I'm sorry, when we started laughing. We said Coventry, Middlesbrough. Who was
For the championship.
Yeah.
So Coventry is up with 34 points, following them Middlesbrough with 29.
Oh.
So that's a gap right there. Stoke City
How'd you write
27,
Coventry?
Preston 26, Hull and Millwall with 25.
That's
But here's the thing,
interesting.
though.
That's
Here's the thing
interesting.
that all this is still up for grabs because you're looking at. So in fourth place you're looking at 26 points for fourth place, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the way down to 10th place is 23 points. So their 10th place is within one game, one win of third, fourth place. Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
20
they have
points, so
they have like 42, 46 games, or something
Yeah,
like that. So
so
they got a long way to go.
This is up for grabs.
Whatever. I always tell people to go watch
Wrexham has
Championship.
finally
Championship's
slowed down. They are in 13th place, but they are putting up a good fight. So good for Wrexham. At the bottom of that league, though, sadly, Sheffield just dropping.
Which one? United or Wednesday? Because we know.
Well,
about
okay, so I don't
Wednesday.
know what's up with
Wednesday's in the league. Yeah,
bankrupt
they're
now.
like,
Yeah, so Sheffield
wins.
Wednesday, and this is the first time I've actually seen this, like actually on a table, has -4 points.
Yep.
minus 4 points.
Everton's
so
like,
going into what is it? Going into what do they call it? It's not bankruptcy over there. Going into administration over there deducts points, so they are minus 4 points in the league. And they're probably not gonna survive unless someone comes in with a lot of money.
I'm gonna go ahead and get this $900 million lottery ticket. Go ahead, $10. Yo, we gonna take over Sheffield.
We're gonna invest in
Sheffield
house.
I will. I'll have side projects. I'll have side projects, but I'll bring back Sheffield Wednesday.
That'd be great.
We'll have we'll have like 4 teams. It'll be great.
I mean,
because we're sitting here
Sheffield
laughing.
Wednesday.
What did you do with all your money?
project.
I invested in 4 teams, and now
We're sitting here laughing though, and Sheffield Wednesday is a historical team.
Yeah.
Like this is.
Yeah.
And literally, they need. I think they only need. I think it's like. I think they need. It's like 12 or 16 million just to like be safe. It's like there's someone.
Someone's gonna buy them.
There's plenty of billionaires out there that could just do it.
Someone's gonna buy him. And I bet you anything it's gonna be one of the conglomerates, like the City conglomerate or the Liverpool conglomerate or whatever.
Yeah, someone.
They're not gonna let this team go under like that.
They're not gonna.
I mean, they might go back down to the third or fourth tier, but yeah, that's not. Look. When we go off air here in 5 minutes.
Hey, they did say Sheffield Wednesday like I think anyone has gotten paid.
No, people haven't gotten paid.
Yeah, no. Like, can you imagine doing that? Like, you think you're gonna go to training, but who's gonna put out your cones? You ain't no one's gonna put out your cones.
Even then, that's a safer situation for those people than it is at Nottingham Forest. Because if Nottingham Forest goes down, look, people run. Just leave the business building, leave the field, get out of there.
Yeah.
Wait,
I don't know what that owner's gonna do.
Are they in Europa League though?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So if they win Europa League and get relegated, oh wow.
Man, it's funny you say that. Actually, the pundit goes Nottingham Forest. So he goes. They should just put their B team in the Europa League. They're like they should not even be trying to do it. They're
Nottingham?
Yeah, they're like they should just focus on the league. Like the guy he's like they don't have a chance to win Europa. They're like not good enough. There's like they just need to just throw that out the window and just try to get out of relegation battle. And he's right. Man, Zinchenko's they starting left back.
That's crazy.
Zinchenko starting is already a red.
Zinchenko starting. Yeah, Zinchenko starting.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they're in trouble. They are in trouble.
When your boss walks around with a gun, it's already trouble.
Ready to run up on you on the pitch.
Wait, so who's the new coach for them? Didn't Ange get?
No, Sean Dice.
It's Sean Dice.
Well, the one person that he can't run up on.
Yeah.
The one person that he can't run up on is Sean Dice. Sean Dice, man, Sean Dice, the wrong one.
Oh,
he may come in there and be like, you know what? I'm going to think about what I'm going to say, and I'm going to come back, and I'm going to send you an email. I'm going to send you an email. We're going to talk about this because it can be better, but I'm just going to talk about you later. Yeah, there's no way. Sean Dice ain't the one.
It's been a lot of fun tonight, guys. Thank you so much. Nicole, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
Nicole.
It's fun to hang out with you guys.
You've been listening to WLPN LP Chicago 105.5 FM Lumpen Radio. You've been listening to Lumpen FC. Stay warm, you all. Well, I'm in shorts right now. I'm going to stay warm.
It's going to be 70 Saturday, almost.
70 on Saturday. There you go.
Balmy Saturday.
In November. Have a good night, guys. Take care, and thanks for listening.
Stay safe, Chicago.